We're live.
All right.
All
We'll
right.
just we'll wait for YouTube to update, I guess, because I
Yeah,
don't see it yet.
little bit
But
of chit chat. What's going on with Broke?
oh, there we are. He's moving
Huh?
furniture around or something.
Okay. Well,
And he said the wife was off on a shopping trip or something.
yeah, and might be grocery shopping or something.
Yeah, I don't know what
Guess you do have to do that.
to.
Can't spend all your time casting and reloading.
No, I guess not.
You have to stop and eat now and then, huh?
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just.
we got a little smoke rolling there.
I got some smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep a little bit of wax on this while I'm draining it down.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, what's... Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that wax. You put too much in there, you have a nice flamethrower on the top of the pot.
Yeah, I have it turned down, so it just smoked a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I don't have it turned way up.
Oh, there's Broke Loader chiming in. Come on, Broke, join the party.
Oh, he's on the side chat. Okay.
Yeah, he's just confirming your comment that you got to stop and eat once in a while.
Well, I'm just making some muffin pans here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're sizing some 9mm 124s. I made, I guess, about middle of the week or thereabouts.
What are they? The TCs?
Yeah, well, I don't know how well you can see this, but truncated cones, the 124 grain.
Oh,
Tumbaloo.
okay. Yeah, I think I found a lead dimension, a mold dimension chart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what were they? They were I want to say they were 35 thousandths longer than the 120s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for your
You know, the
CZ.
120. You have that one, don't you?
I've got one of those molds, but I haven't cast any with it. I was thinking about maybe doing some of them next.
Yeah,
But,
so
yes, Broke. What was that?
Elvis says stockpile.
Yeah, I was just going to comment. Yeah, Broke. We know. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Making cupcakes, bro. Making you some cupcakes.
He's not impressed unless it's a 20-pound muffin pan.
No, I'm not doing the 20 pounds.
You need to go.
I just make these little ones.
Yeah, you need to get yourself a cheap muffin pan or something and pour like a 20-pounder. Send it down to him. There you go, Broke.
Well, I've been kind of keeping an eye out for like a cornbread pan or something.
Yeah.
I just haven't run across one yet. Icing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what
he wants icing on his cupcakes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And probably wants to use a container for some powder coat.
I told you yesterday I followed somebody's lead broke down, went and bought a cake mix and a thing of icing just for the container. Oh boy.
I haven't used mine, but I do have some.
Yeah. Well, I was using these Rubbermaid with a screw top lid. They're number 5 plastic, but they for powder coating, but they keep cracking. I was wondering why all of a sudden I had powder all over the floor out in the garage, and then I looked and I'm like, plastic's cracking. So I don't know. I don't know if it's something to do with the powder coat and that number of plastic, or does it just not like a bunch of lead bullets being shook around in it? I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
they're pretty heavy.
well, yeah, that's what I thought. They're, they're the 2-cup Rubbermaid ones you could buy, say, at Weis, in
Right.
in
Well,
that container section.
I bought some of these really cheap ones,
Yeah.
and I had trouble with these cracking. Matter of fact, that one's cracked.
Yeah.
But these are like the really cheap dollar store ones.
Uh-huh.
And I quit using them because I think I cracked it when I put the lid on it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Then I've been using these like deli things. You know what I mean? These you got to be real careful with. But they're like for coleslaw or something.
Yeah, that's the container. Like you brought that gray up that time when you come up.
Yeah, and those
Deli.
you have to be really careful with those too.
Yeah.
But they're better than the other ones I had.
Hey, Bacon, glad you could join us. Canada's on board.
Oh yeah, the cashew. Man, I'll tell you what. I am a cashew nut.
Hey, Jamie's. How you doing, Jamie? We're doing pretty good. Yeah, don't talk about cashews, Bacon. I have a soft spot for cashews.
Yeah,
I'd eat them over almonds, some of that other stuff for sure.
Yeah, they're supposed. I guess the key is moderation, but well, I like them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd buy those 2 or 3 pound jugs of peanuts at Sam's Club.
Oh, yeah. What is it? I get the regular size planters at Weis.
I get into those. I gotta really watch myself and just put them away and stop.
Uh-huh. Just a regular dry roasted. I don't know if it's like 16-ounce container or for sure or what they are, but oh, Jamie, how's the weather down in Georgia today?
JH says, I'm not seeing Bacon's comments. What's up with that? Well, he's on there.
Jamie, are you aware he changed his avatar in his YouTube handle to Hobby's Hobo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might.
Maybe he's not aware.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't know that.
I thought he
knew. He's the comments right before yours, Jamie. Hobby's Hobo.
Yeah. Yogurt containers. Yeah, that sour cream containers I've been using a lot of. But the lid's a little janky on those. It fits a little bit loose. But yeah,
I don't know about yogurt. I suppose they'd work. Yeah.
Yeah, and I use a lot of these little applesauce cups or whatever they are. Little things just to, throw bullets in. They're not very big, but it's something you don't load a lot of. That's what I use. I just throw them in there.
Hey, no worries, Jamie. We figured you didn't know. I think he changed it like a week ago, something like that.
Yeah, JH, 65 degrees. I know you were asking about whether we were gonna maybe do this every week. I think when the weather gets nicer, we're most likely not going to. I
Yeah.
mean, if it was 65 here, we would be out doing something in the
Yeah.
yard.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll do something else. But this is perfect for wintertime for us, I think.
Yeah.
Now, if we
I,
could just get Broke Loader to come on here. Come on, Broke.
yeah, come on. You gotta show up for the support the home team here, PA.
Yeah, the Broke Loading community wants to see their leader.
That's right. The leaders MIA. Uh,
Yes. Broke Loaders unite.
yeah, Jamie, it was like 25 or so this morning when I was out shooting my Henry. Did some test loads with the 210 grain wad cutters that I cast in some Trail Boss. So I didn't stay out too long. That's pretty chilly, but at least it was
Yeah,
calm.
JH, I sent you a link if you're not aware.
So yeah, I would have took 65 degrees anytime.
Yeah, it's pretty much as soon as it turns here, we kind of got to get moving on things.
Oh yeah,
Next thing you know, you'll be cutting grass and that kind of.
yeah. I got plenty of yard work here in a month or probably about a month when things get decent. But yeah,
Hobbies Hobo Bacon. No, we didn't figure out what was going on with that 45 round last night.
huh?
I guess Pat sized his brass, but he's having trouble with the bullet dropping right into the casing. So we're down to like bullet diameter and sizing die problems of some sort.
Did you see?
Go ahead.
Did you did you see Preacher's video that he posted before the chat last night about finding that weird thing in a Hornady 6mm arc round?
I didn't watch the video, but he was on the chat last night, and I saw there
Oh,
was something stuck inside the cartridge.
yeah, it's a little piece of metal with like a hole in the center. I almost
Yeah.
would thought if it was like a piece of messed up case bottom or something, just kind of like the primer pocket part or something.
I was kind of wondering if it wasn't a jacket that got separated or something and stuck in there. You know what I mean? Just part of a jacket
Yeah.
or something. I don't.
Hey, howdy,
You know what I
CW.
mean? Like a hollow point jacket that was screwed up and got crushed in there.
Yeah, it could have been, but I don't think it looked all that much like copper, but I could have been wrong from what I saw.
Hey, there's Michael Signs.
Yeah, he's on board.
Michael, I can send you a link, and same way with Broke. Guys, just throw some hammers in there. The hammers don't show up on my laptop, but you get my point.
Well, I'm trying to watch the side K24. So if somebody does, I'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, the hammers won't show up on my laptop. It comes up as a little figure that you can't really read.
Yeah.
Like I can see that one that Jamie said, that the smiley face, but then whatever's behind it, I can't tell what it is.
Oh.
So it's one of them things where Microsoft doesn't recognize it in their
their format or whatever.
Yeah, they don't all cross.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah, that's
Oh.
fine. I just wanted to throw it out there, man. We're just shooting the shit here. I draining this pot down.
Yeah, we're not exactly doing anything that's setting the world on fire, Mike. So no worries.
No,
No worries.
but I bought some of these. I got a big box of these. Oh, what do you call these? It's the inside nugget for a jacketed bullet.
Oh, cores.
Yeah, they're cores for jacketed bullets. And Rocky Mountain Reload sells this stuff. So I bought 24 pounds of it. And you get the cores, and then you get these wires, and I don't know what the wire is. A leftover byproduct of something that I can't identify.
Can you put one up? So is it just a chunk of? Oh,
it's just like a really short wire.
Is it lead or actual like wire?
Yeah, it's lead.
Huh.
It's it's soft.
Huh. Well, that is interesting.
I powder coated a piece of it here the other night.
Huh.
And just to kind of see how flexible that powder coat is, and it just bends.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool. Basement casting or Shawshank Redemption. Hey Eagle, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Kenny, I wanted to ask you something about the camera. So how long is the lead time on that? You just make them by order, Kenny? Here's Broke Loader now. We got Broke coming in.
All righty.
All right, Broke.
You look at my mess for a while.
Yeah, glad to have you on board, Broke.
The wire that squirts out the. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I couldn't identify it with the actual core, but yeah, I get what you're saying. And they're all about the same length, so I'm not sure whether they cut them off or whether that's just as long as it is every time they swage it. I can't say I've ever seen the process. I'm reading Kenny's comment there.
Yeah. I'm switching out the sizer to have some 45 here to do. What do we got? Yeah,
I haven't looked at the Amazon thing. I think you did mention that. I watched a video, and I probably forgot that you'd mentioned that, but now I kind of do remember you said something about Amazon.
Yeah.
I was figuring, I take one of those to the range, and guys see that, they may be interested in that for 200, 300, 400 yard shots. So our range only, it goes to 500 basically.
Oh yeah, they're set up in meters, so right.
Yeah, the silhouette thing is actually meters, but yeah, whatever the equation is, I forget what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look up the conversion between yards and meters.
But the camera I have is it was 60x zoom, and then it was a 4 times multiplier digital. But it's real tough. 200, it doesn't really get there. and 100 is pretty janky.
So what's
I mean,
the range?
It gets so firm that you can't hold it still good enough.
Uncle Jim's in the house. Hey, Uncle Jim.
Hey, Uncle Jim. "12 hours later, we're back at it, buddy."
I was gonna.
What's the answer? We know the answer yet?
What's that?
Do we know the answer yet?
Answer to what?
The 45 thing?
Yeah.
No,
No?
no. We kind of come to the conclusion that it was either the bullet diameter or the sizing die. Something's real weird there. I know one thing, you don't want it to be that way. So, bro, when
Yo.
you ever pour your pot down,
To the
Wow.
very to where it's empty?
yeah, how far can I go?
I normally stop quarter and then I refill it and flush. But that's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to take it down a little bit more here. I want to melt some of these cores just to see
Oh,
by
boy.
themselves, just to see after I try to get a read on the hardness. You know what I mean? Instead of filing it, I'm going to cast some discs.
Well, all I can say is if you know it's good for over 2,000 yards, that would be more than what I'd ever need out of it. 500,
Yeah, exactly.
500, and I'm good.
Yeah, that's plenty far from our range. Like I said, basically only goes to 500, and what happens is after 400 yards, it goes up on the mountain. So I think
Oh,
that
yeah.
they've got another target in the trees up there. What did that guy say that was? 700 yards. Were you there that day? Maybe you weren't there that day.
What was that again?
They'd hung a steel target up past 500. I think he said it was 700 yards.
Oh, you're talking like way up on the hill?
Yeah, you have to really
Yeah.
look for it if you realize it's there.
Yeah, I think I wasn't there that time. I've shot at some of the hangars that were partially up the mountain, but
Yeah,
they put
like-
other stuff higher than that.
Yeah, they'd hiked up there and they'd hiked up there and put a target up. When the leaves are on, it's really hard to see if you don't know it's there. Of course, I don't have anything that'll shoot that far. Not this nut behind it anyway.
Well, Kenny, low light filming and all that stuff. I'm sure there's equipment out there if you wanted to research and pay the expense for it, but probably quite a wormhole or rabbit hole when you start looking into that stuff.
Yeah, that's moving.
Oh yeah.
What's that round usually travel? 2,600? 26? I don't know.
Kenny could probably tell you that, but geez, I don't believe I've shot anything that was around 3,000 that's for sure. They're slower than that.
Yeah, I guess it's probably up in that range.
Oh boy, yes, UJ, we're trying to keep trying to keep an eye on the side chat, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Does that mean UJ's coming on? Just give him a minute.
Oh, okay. I see. He wants to try the iPad.
Yeah. New
Well, it's a good time to
technology.
test it out. That's basically what we're doing. PCC and BrokeLoader just got their stuff set up, and this is my setup that I ran a couple weeks ago or whatever it was.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how StreamYard would get along with the phone. So that's all I'm doing. Phone's over on the tripod. Tablet's over here on the bench so I can keep an eye on the side.
So did you have to use an app for the phone to connect it,
No,
or you just run you're just using the phone as a StreamYard connection?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to take the link that you send and then open it through Safari to keep
Right.
it StreamYard and Apple happy. But yeah, it launched fine.
Yeah.
It's just
I use camera. I use a camera here, and then the laptop is here with the side chat.
Yeah.
So I use an app to connect the camera to the laptop because my laptop camera is real shitty. Pretty bad.
So let's see. Doesn't sound like Kenny's all impressed with the 6.5 PRC from the sounds of it.
Huh. What's that 6.5 PRC? Is that like a Savage or a 700 action?
I'm not sure. I think it's an older bench rest round, I believe. But other than that, and I think it's probably short action, but I really couldn't tell you much more than that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his preferred action is. I think he does a fair amount of like 700 stuff, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know either.
What's that? R26? Oh, I see the powder.
Reloader 26.
Yeah, I got it. I missed Jag here. Hey, Jag.
Yeah. So are you saying you prefer that over H4350, Kenny? Or well, I don't know, UJ. BrokeLoader, what screen are you?
I don't know what that is either. I was trying to figure that out myself.
What's that?
Hey, BrokeLoader, Uncle Jim wants to know what that screen is you have up over there.
Screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's in the background there?
What's in the background from your camera? It looks like you got a.
Here?
Is that a monitor?
Yeah,
it
that's
looks like some sort of monitor.
Yeah, that's for Windows XP. I know, I'm old school.
Okay, it looked a little weird. I couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah, it didn't look like a normal Windows something or other to me either.
Yeah, that's like an old computer. I just stick stuff on the computer and look stuff up. It's junk though. My phone's probably faster.
Kenny, I'm so far behind the times. I just got a pound of 4350 to try here when the weather gets better. Now you're telling me there's something even better for the heavy bullets. Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure where that 26 falls in with the 4350.
But I'm shooting 130s, 140 grain anyway, so
Probably
I guess it won't matter.
I think I have the Gordon's tool right here that has the turn rate. Yeah. Let's see what it says.
There you go, Uncle Jim. Telegraph, Morse code.
There's 4350. Oh, okay. So reloader 26 is even slower yet.
Yeah,
By
the higher the number, the slower their powder.
By the way I'm seeing it compared to H4350, it's
All right.
slower. Yeah, it's slower.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, Uncle Jim, come on in. I'll just have to watch for you. I was out of the screen there for a second.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, anybody want to come on here and test their equipment? We're open here. I mean, if you can make any a camera setup work on my chat, it'll work anywhere. I'm just saying. Getting down there.
Really?
Grow.
Bacon? I thought IMR Blue was one of their fairly new labels. Huh. That's interesting.
Oh, that's like isn't that like, is that IMR Blue, like blue dot, red dot, green dot? You know what I mean? I think, don't they do the same sort of deal?
Well, maybe, but I know it's only been a few. Yeah, it's only been a few years there. They had IMR Target, and the red and the green, I think, and the blue.
Yeah,
Fairly new stuff.
I know I went to the reloading shop the other day. He had no powder whatsoever.
Huh.
Hasn't
Did you watch?
In months.
Did you watch Fortune Cookie's video earlier this morning? Where
No.
he did like a 20-minute video on must-have powders for the newer reloaders. You know, hey, if you're able to find this, jump on it, basically.
Right.
And he was talking about.
Did he pick CFE pistol?
What was that?
Did he pick CFE pistol?
No, he was talking about, 231, unique, universal, all the, I guess, kind of broad base stuff.
Yeah. I know what you're getting at. Yep. And he's right.
Yeah.
But the problem is with that is that a lot of those common old powders are what goes away first,
Hey, there he is.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Testicle.
We can hear you, Jay.
Does this sound okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No?
Yeah. It sounds all right.
Bitch loader.
It might be a
No crotch cam.
I know. I got to do a crotch cam. I slept in.
Oh, so did I.
Oh, boy.
How come I can't see the side chat? Let me see here. What do you do?
I don't know about the iPad, but when I try to use a phone, I got to go in and use the desktop mode. But I'm
Oh,
not sure about iPad, what happens there.
wow, this is weird. I can see the iPad. I can see the comments, but it's all one big screen, and
Hmm.
you're behind in the gray. How do I change this?
I don't know.
This is weird. Picture in picture. No.
Yeah, it may give you an option to open another window, but I don't think that's what you want.
Am I too loud or anything? Oops.
No, you could use more volume.
Okay.
I was going to say he was pretty good, but
It's good, but it could use a little bit more volume.
yeah. Well, I got the earbuds, in too, so it probably
Oh,
makes stuff a bit louder.
yeah. I don't have this turned up because if I turn it up more, I get a little bit of an echo.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you do this side chat? This is weird.
I don't know you, Jay. It's been a long time since I tried StreamYard on the tablet, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse because some of those platforms are different.
Mm.
Maybe I can squeeze it down. No. Kenny, help me. Somebody.
Huh?
Did you figure it out?
No, because when I click side chat, it's a huge screen, and then you
Oh.
guys are like hardly seeable in gray behind it.
Huh.
It's taking up the whole screen, the whole lines of the replies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was
Come on.
Hubby's Hobo the last commenter?
Yep.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
Yeah, this is weird. How do I minimize this part of it?
Why can't I get this simple thing, the lid to
my
screw on?
gosh.
There we go.
Technology.
Oh boy.
What's that?
Nothing. I just Rubbermaid screw-on lids are causing fits. That's all.
So we're gonna melt some cores. Broke loader, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's off hiding, but he must be doing something.
Yeah,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
clean my tubes.
The broke loader community wants to see its leader.
Yeah. They want to know you're still alive.
I am alive.
We'll just dump some of these nuggets in here and make some biscuits. Oh,
Yeah, I kind of wanted to cast today, but
there's Rune. Hello, Rune. What time is it? What is it? Is it Finland?
hey,
Yeah,
Rune,
I'm not sure.
I think it's Finland.
I was gonna
Norway,
see,
Norway, Rune, I forgot even Norway.
oh, I thought I was gonna guess Australia, but I'm probably wrong.
Mm-mm.
It's one of
Not
the
Australia.
Scandinavian
No.
countries, I think. And I don't even know if that's the correct term.
I guess on this darn thing, I'm gonna have to click just to see, and then go back to the screen. That's weird. That is weird.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
You would think it would be better than a phone, but boy, a phone's miserable.
Yeah, it is.
Norway, there he goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. At least I got that right.
Man, my geography's terrible. Norway, I think Sweden is there somewhere. Help me out.
Norwegian.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, my wife's Norwegian, part Norwegian, so that was easy. And Sweden and Norwegian.
Sweden, Norway, Finland. Is that somewhere in there also? I
Well,
don't know.
yeah. I love the Finns too. They're awesome. I should have more Seikos. I need to shoot that Seiko. Sako. Ron, did I say
Oh.
it right? Sako.
Yeah,
Put a sock up if it's
around here they call it Seiko, but I don't think it's correct.
That's Sako, I think.
I think you're right.
I can't even. I can't do the accent. Ron, is it Sako like
Norway
sock? It's gotta be.
borders to Sweden. Yep. Okay.
Okay, you said that's right. Okay, we're 2 for 2.
Bingo.
Now we're gonna blow it.
Whatever happened with the Arasaka?
It's sitting in limbo. That chamber is bad. The barrel is bad. I should just yank the barrel and sell the receiver. Get my money back. I'd send it to Kenny, but the inside of the barrel has a weird cut on it. It's not like a flush barrel. It's like has these notches in it. So that would have to be, I don't know, done right and then timed. It's just a nightmare. Impulse buy. Never do impulse buys. I saw it and thought it was so cute and took it home. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever got into that impulse buy with a firearm.
No, you want to think everything out good. And every time I go into a store to pick up something else and I see something and impulse buy it, it bites me in the butt.
Yeah.
You got to know what it is. Know all about it.
Probably the biggest impulse buy I did was that revolver that I got. But I had been looking at that probably for 6-8 months. And then one day I went into a shop and he had one, and then bam, that was it. But I had been looking, and at the time Ruger had made a Black Hawk convertible or something.
Yeah.
But it's not, that's not the same thing. That's a single action.
Yeah.
I'm glad I made the choice that I did because, I kind of based it. I wanted the double action because I wanted to be able to use it for Steel Challenge. Not that you couldn't use a single action, but it wouldn't be right.
452374. I gotta look that one up. 452374.
Yeah, I certainly don't know.
Okay, 452. 45. Okay. 374. There it is. It's a ball. Okay, I got you. And it's 225 grain. So what are you getting? What's it dropping at? What does it weigh around after it's auto loaded? Like 230? 227? Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I didn't know Roan had a 45. Roan, you been holding out on us? Huh? You got a 686. 45. What kind of 45? Impulse buys are for gun shows. Yeah, I bought a Mauser that way too, and that thing it kicked like a mule. It was in '06. And that was
Yeah,
an impulse buy. You're right. It cost me $200, and
that's
I
a
got my
fair.
money back though.
But if you're gonna have an impulse buy, that is probably the place to have it.
Okay, he's getting 225.36 grains. Okay.
We're getting the pace cars lined up, Brooke.
In the pace one lined up.
Yep.
Oh, okay. He's got a Remington. All right. All right.
Oh, that's the
1911.
1911 model, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made a 10 millimeter too. I was looking at it. Yeah, this works great. It's just the chat. I have to click from one to the other to see you guys or go to the chat. That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing with that. You can open it in a separate window, I believe, but yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
I can't see where I can do that. That's weird.
I'm not sure if that's the problem I was having or not with the tablet. It may have been.
Oh, boy. Got to get this up to temperature here. Pace cars are getting a little thick.
Oh boy.
Pace car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like my new avatar? I just threw that up. Needed a picture.
I was gonna say, looking pretty good.
Well, the ruck was on the desk. I needed a picture because I'm incognito. My hair looks like what's his name? The mad scientist right now. Need a shower.
Christopher Lloyd. Marty.
You running that new intro on the last couple of your videos, weren't you?
Yeah, I know. I hate intros, so I throw up intros. Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that intro.
I know. I like that one too. And then I can put whatever the video is about on the poll there. So
Yeah, I seen the brain the one time.
yeah, the brain and then the snowman. It's kind of stuck, so I saved a part of it, but I got to edit it every time.
Yeah, is that a Kleinmaster option? I never played with that much.
Yeah, it's all Kleinmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go in and crop your what do they call it? Picture in picture. And then you can crop it, and then you can make it do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I still haven't fully figured out Kleinmaster, but one step at a time.
The program does some really cool stuff.
Yeah, for a free app, it does quite a bit.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that big logo and get the little logo like the other guys have, the little round logo.
I don't know how that happened to you, Jay. I thought it maybe have been an Apple thing, but apparently
No,
it's not that.
Well, when I used the other editing software, you had a choice, and this one I can't find where the choice is. So,
Well, I know I didn't physically go in and change anything, but the first few videos I did had that big logo on them, and then it just switched to the little round one, and I don't know why it did it or how it did it, but
yeah. Well, maybe if I reboot or redo the app, I don't know.
yeah, maybe you just need to refresh or re-download the app or something. I don't know.
I thought about paying for it because you get a lot of features, but then I heard people had issues, and I don't want change. You know, I don't want issues, especially if you're paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So I don't know.
I'll tell
The
you
only
what.
the only thing I don't like about that app is transitioning your sound. It's a pain in the butt. Where my last one was so easy, I could just boom bang pow, transition all music and fade it together, and now it's a pain. Drives me crazy because I do a lot of music in videos, and it drives me crazy. I almost have to double dub them to make them work.
Wow.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'll tell you, man, I didn't go to bed this morning till I think 5:30.
Well, somebody said you were up all night. Oh boy.
Ruger semi-auto 44. What? Oh, you're talking about the rifle. You know what? I want the pump. That would thread a pump. That would be a great suppressor gun. Yeah, they made two styles of semi-autos. One is better than the other as far as what was it? What was the difference? Shoot, I can't remember now. Been a long time since those have been running around the shops. Yeah, this is funky. Go from chat to back. That's weird. How's Brokeloader doing, you bitch? You didn't come on last night. Wanted you to come on. He was on all night.
We can't get him to show his face.
Oh, he has before, but yeah, he's shy. And that was probably by accident.
I guess.
Well, there's a whole bunch of people on different chats that just do their little avatar thing only. They don't want to be on there.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Like me today.
Yeah.
Hey, Kay, I gotta get off, all right? Man, my wife's home.
Uh-oh.
So?
I gotta bring groceries and stuff in.
That's mine. That takes
I gotta do my
minutes.
wifely duties.
I was gonna say,
it's your honeydew list.
I didn't realize the Brokelodians had to eat.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. All right, I might come back, or I'll just be on the side chat then. Okay.
All righty, boss.
We might have to call you Grosh Loader. Groceries.
That's a good one.
Okay, Brokeloader.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
Or grocery unloader.
There you go. Grocery unloader is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. On the below, it'll say chat, and then it'll show a number 1 or 2, and you can tell every time someone replies, and then you click on that, and it goes to the big just chat screen, and then you go back.
Oh.
Zaroon also powder coated 38 150Ks. I have that in a 44, the 150K T, and then from the Ojos mold, awesome. Ojos. Oh yeah, I love the Ojos. That's my favorite double-ended wad cutter. Got that from Kenny. Kenny found that for me. That was awesome.
So Rune, if you want to come on here, I just need a clue what your email might be, because I may be able to find it.
I'm going to try going outside with the boys forging an axe, and it's going to be loud.
Oh,
I might have to mute. It was a beautiful file, too, before he made it into an axe. Man, that was beautiful. We'll see what it looks like. I'll be muted for a minute. I can hear the pounding. Hang on.
Yep.
all righty.
Well, I will say this. This stuff gets a different color on top than what I'm used to seeing. It's not really a color. It just looks like a silver metallic instead of being real shiny.
Oh, yeah. I think those ingots from Missouri Bullet Company were like that. They kind of had a different.
It doesn't look bad. It just
Yeah.
it gets like a skin on top.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen that before.
Mm.
Huh. So just cast a couple of these. Okay, Rune,
Oh,
anytime somebody on the side wants to come in, let us know.
UJ's back.
Yeah, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
what is that around the handle there? Is that what's left of this aerations? You said it was a file, right?
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hmm. It is.
Yeah, it's not purple, Rune. It's just, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh,
Oh, my mic
It's
was
just-
off. That has to
Oh,
be balanced
yeah.
to it.
it was.
All right.
It's just got like a skin on it.
yeah. That looks just like the stuff I was seeing when you melt down the Missouri ingots.
Yeah, Kenny's saying it's near pure lead.
Oh,
It's cores for jacketed bullets. They claim that it's 12 BHN, but I can't say I know what the mix actually is. So it's kind of an experiment to see what happens here. It was very reasonable. I forget. I want to say it was $39 for 24 pound, something like that, which isn't cheap, but in today's world, it is.
yeah.
I think the shipping was, I think they charged you $3 for insurance or something, and that was it. The shipping was, they claimed it was free, but they charge you $3. You know what I mean? So it's not really free, but anyway, we're going to try some of these.
Yeah.
It definitely looks different than what I'm used to seeing. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it just looks different. You You know, it's one of those things that makes you wonder when you see it. It's not like green or purple or green, you know, blue or. I think I had some soft lead one time. It had a lot of color to it, and I was very skeptical about it. I think it was soft wheel weight is what it was. Uncle Jim, you there? Yeah, he might still be in the garage. Yeah, I do have some sawdust here.
Yeah, I see Kenny's also recommended a Franklin Arsenal product, Clean Cast.
Yeah, I've seen guys using that. I've not tried it. Yeah, the mail lady.
Uh-oh.
Mail lady wasn't very impressed with the.
What you were saying yesterday.
She wasn't too happy.
Rural route probably loaded their own vehicle.
Yeah, it sounded to me like she had somebody put it in the truck for her.
Oh,
Because she said, well, they said it's probably bullets. And I said, well, it's really just sinkers. It says RMR bullets right on it, you know?
yeah. Yeah.
She was pissed. She wasn't happy at all. And I was right there to take it out of the truck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a prerequisite. The ladies that work the counter here in town are grouchy when you go in and want something too.
Well, our local walk-in place is pretty good. They're usually pretty good, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Hey, reloaders. You commented to a video and I couldn't click on it. I don't know what happened there. It looked like you did it twice, but YouTube wouldn't let me reply to you.
Yeah, Reloader 762. I haven't checked this yet. I gotta cast some of these discs and then I'll cast some of these discs and I'll check it later. But I've always heard that jacketed bullets have a soft core in them, and that's what this is.
There's dummy round.
Yeah, these are, I gotta believe, I weighed a couple of them. They were about 105 grains. So I gotta believe that that's what they put in, like a 115. And so the diameter on these are like 315. And then they got like a button. Got like a button. Like a button on each end of them. It probably doesn't show up too good. It's real hard. But it's kind of cool.
So what'd you say the diameter on them was?
315.
Oh,
You know, so I don't know
30
are,
cups.
are rejects. I don't know if they're rejects because they're, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why they would go through this process just to sell you this product. You know what I mean?
Hmm. When I
You-
first saw him,
You know what I'm getting at?
yeah. When I first saw them last night, I was almost thinking they kind of looked like a wad cutter. So that's why I was wondering if they were large enough, you could maybe size them down, use them as like a
Well,
wad cutter or something.
I
But
actually powder coated them up to size, but they're so far away from the actual size,
mhm.
it's definitely not an option.
What
Yeah.
bullet is it?
Well, this is just the core for a jacketed bullet.
A core. What?
Yeah, it's just a core that goes in a jacketed bullet.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's got a dome on each end. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the process, but somehow they wrap a jacket around this, I guess. And I'm not sure how they, what they do with the tip of it, how that works. I don't quite get it.
Well, where did you get it? What is it?
It's RMR bullets.
Oh,
Rocky Mountain, what is it? Rocky Mountain Reloading or something?
I believe that's it, Rocky Mountain Reloading. I was looking at the website yesterday.
Yeah. And I think I went to the website and I don't know if they make very many calibers, but I think they do mostly 9mm. I don't know. Did you notice anything else where they come in, like for 45 or anything?
No, I just looked real quick when you said you had got them because I'm like, what exactly is a core?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I hit the website and looked, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. Bullet cores, like basically like you were saying.
very funny, broke loader.
Well, the grocery unloader is back.
Gross loader.
Hey, G23, thanks for
G20.
stopping by.
Yeah,
Dummy round there, dummy
G23.
round inside.
Dummy round and Reloader 762, who I can't click on when he replied to me. I might have to unsub to you and then resub. So if you see that, you'll know why.
Yeah, sometimes that helps.
Yeah,
I forget what
sometimes
video it was, but yeah. One or two back, I couldn't click on yet. I saw your reply, but it wasn't on there.
And then the other day, I tried replying to one of Broke Loader's videos, and I would see it, and then you go back to make sure it was there, and it disappeared. It was like YouTube kept taking it down or something.
Yeah,
So there's
you can't reply to it. And I tried a different device, and it's just a YouTube glitch.
Weirdness.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Sometimes I have comments that show up on one device, but I don't see them on the other device unless I go and look for them. In other words, go to the video and look. I don't know. And then sometimes I'll get a notification that somebody commented, but like the notification will come through YouTube Studio, but it doesn't seem to work all the time. It seems to depend on maybe what device the person who commented is using.
Maybe.
I haven't figured it out, but sometimes I'll go in and go, well, there's a comment from a week ago that I don't remember seeing. you
Yeah,
know?
they're delayed. They're delayed in YouTube Studio for sure. If you don't physically go in and see them, when the notification thing updates, it's usually a day or two later.
Well, and
Miss
then,
Kitty's in the house.
hey, Miss Kitty.
How you doing, Miss Kitty?
Yeah, and then sometimes you'll go in and they'll be there, and then you'll click on it and it'll say no longer available.
Hmm.
I can't remember if that was in the studio app or whether that was on the desktop. But yeah, I have my troubles with comments sometimes. A lot of times I just go to the video and it's just as easy to go to the video and look.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got some sawdust on there anyway.
Well, I can see you got some smoke going.
Put these to the side.
Rune, that's funny. Yeah.
Huh?
She's teething.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's not a biter.
Getting all those teeth out. Oh, okay. Cranky.
Yeah, probably, I imagine so.
Yeah. Uncle Jim, what the heck was going on with Pat's 45 there? I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Oh, you had to bring that up. I thought I got over that. Now now it's gonna bug me again.
Oh no.
What's
I
that?
don't know. It has to be bullet size or his sizer, but it couldn't be the sizer.
I have a hard time believing it too, but yet that was like the first thing I was thinking. But yeah, you're right. I mean, diameter or sizer.
Never had that problem. Different dies. I got every brass in the world from ranges and stuff. I don't get it. Hopefully we can figure it out. That was driving me crazy.
Yeah, I hope he didn't load a bunch of them like that.
No, they push in. How can you?
Right.
Push
I mean,
them in.
I guess you could if you don't realize it right away. But it would be fairly obvious, I would think.
He's had bad luck, and 45 is so easy to load for. So,
And he's on a single stage, so it would be pretty. I think it would be pretty obvious when you see the bullet.
yeah, hopefully he'll give us an update today when he gets new calipers and see what's going on. I can't figure it out. It's a mystery.
Hmm.
I tried to make it do that, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I thought at first maybe he didn't get it sized all the way down or something.
Yeah, but even I tried a fired case and it still won't do that.
Oh, okay.
With a cast bullet that's 4.52, it won't push in with your thumb.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, I think.
Yeah. Hobbies, he was using a universal decapper, and that's not going to touch anything. So
Right.
I don't get it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it just puts a little bell on the end. It doesn't go down in there at all, really.
No, it doesn't touch the inside of the case and expand anything. And I do that on the APP for pre-cleaning and with all calibers. Never had anything do that.
Yeah, heck, I use like a on M die, and at like 358, like a 358 M die plug, and they still don't drop down in like that. They'll go in maybe a 16th of an inch sometimes, depending on the brass.
Huh.
You know what I mean? If you've got bullets that are a little bit big.
Yeah, I just squeeze them in there. I don't use an M die on 45, 357, none of that. Squeeze them in there. Take the ring out of your Lee, and so you don't size it down. And yeah, that's what I do with the 44. Is I want those oversized.
Right.
I made one for the 300 blackout, but that's just so I could turn the necks. It's easier to do it
okay.
that way.
Uh-huh. That 300 blackout. What is that? What is that diameter on that, or does it vary?
On the bullet,
Yeah.
it's a 308, but with cast bullets, I use 309.5 diameter. Some
Uh-huh.
people go 310.
Yeah, I think I've heard people talk about it.
Yeah, that's the great thing about it. It's just 308 bullets, so it's super easy. Some dies I have are 312, and I size them down. You know, some molds.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm getting the idea from. Some guys are using a bigger mold. They probably size it down.
Yeah, it's very easy. I got a little one that's a 30 carbine mold, and I size that down. Powder coated, it'll be about 313, 314. Then I size it down, and it's that little bullet's a tack driver. Going slow. I haven't really I overcook them.
Oh,
It's so light. I overcook them going fast. They're just
yeah,
going way too fast.
Jag has a point there. Maybe I don't know.
What's that?
Well, Pat said he did say he primed those cases before he flared them. I think.
No. Okay. He decapped them, then cleaned the brass, and then sized them, and then primed them and flared them at the same time, probably. Well, no, he's on a single stage, so he flared them, primed them whenever. That shouldn't matter. It's something.
I wouldn't think
Oh
so.
man, now you got me thinking about that again.
Did you get any sleep last night, Jim?
Yeah, I slept pretty good. I slept in, so yeah.
I know one thing. I was befuddled by what was going on there with Pat.
Yeah, it was a weird chat, and then it kind of ended with a lot of swearing and
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what time it was. I came in. It was late. But we had fun anyway.
Yeah, okay, broke loader or reloader 762. Yeah, this is what I don't get. His bullets are just falling in the case. And I find that so odd. Of course you got like I have military brass and all kinds that are thicker than others. I've never had a problem. You know, I've never had some so ringed out that your bullet just falls right in. And I was trying jacketed, which is a lot skinnier, and it still I couldn't duplicate what his problem was. Yeah. Hey, MCK.
Yeah, hi, Mark.
James Pollard's here also. Hey, James. James, if you missed it, they just brought up the West Covina 45 problem, and I thought it was over it. Too funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
K24, how much longer do you think you're going to go?
Oh hell, I'll be on here another hour, easy.
All right. Well, I'm going to move my setup, I guess, to get the pot fired up, if that's the case. So
Yeah.
give me a couple minutes.
Did he measure the case mouth? Yeah, we had him measure before sizing, after sizing, but he's been having problems with trusting his calipers, so he's going out and buying a pair today, and we'll see. I would start with bullet diameter and then see what the heck is going on with the brass before sizing and after sizing.
Yeah.
We thought, well, maybe a chamber of some gun he got the brass from was just way too big, but that couldn't be it, because once you size it, it shouldn't matter.
Right.
So this is a mystery of all mysteries, and I feel really bad for him. He's been having trouble for a little while here, and I just want to send him my dies and say, do it. But he says no.
Yeah, that's a real puzzler.
Yeah. That's right, James. We still don't know until he gets his measurements.
Hey, MCK, I don't know if you're at work for. I lost count of your how many days you're on or off, or so if you want to come in, just throw some hammers.
And James Pullard has to come on a chat.
Yeah, come on, James, come on.
It's time, James. It's easy. All you do is click on the link and approve the camera and microphone if you want. If not, you can be off camera and just keep your camera off. You get the option before you come on, so it's not like you're stunned when you go on. You got your choices. It's easy. Even a monkey can do it, like me.
I honestly don't think I have James's email.
I don't either.
Okay.
You bastard. James,
Yeah.
you bastard.
James.
Yeah, I don't either. Speaking of which, I got one cavity left of the Lee 155, and I'm thinking about taking it down until the gas check groove is gone, because I have that in a 6 cav now, so I can just torture that little bugger and try some without gas checks.
All right, Bacon, I got you there. Just bear with me here a little bit.
Oh, Hubby's wants in.
All right. Well, I'm not sure about the lighting here, guys, but we'll give this a go.
Hang on a second, PCC. I'm in my email here.
All right. Now it looks okay.
All right, here we go, Bacon.
Hobo, you didn't want in last night, did you? Broke loader.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's funny.
Somebody's playing favorites. Oh boy.
No, it's totally fine. Just get her done. No
I
matter
know.
where.
I'm teasing.
Doesn't matter where.
We're just funny.
Garage break time again. Hopefully the boy's not pounding. That axe was still hot when I was holding it. He put it on the handle while it was hot.
Yeah.
That was folded over and forged well together, so it was one piece.
I figured that's what he did was wrap that around, make a.
Yeah, you wrap it around a die, and then borax it and forge it together.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. I want to make one like that. Oh, he went inside. Okay, cool. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I like that. $137 grain. Okay, yeah. I just got to figure out if I want to put a little router on it or what, because aluminum sucks for removing material.
I need some weight.
PCC changed location.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
MCK, maybe I'll throw up a video on what he made today. He did it while we were doing the live chat. I don't know where he put it.
There we go.
I'll do a little video on it. But he took this really cool file, which was so cool in itself, and then wrapped it around and then forge welded, and then half of the coolness was gone from pounding. But around the handle, you can see it. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
I got to do a video on his new burner too. That saves propane. Using the air saves propane. I should show you that too.
Got some paste card broke.
Man, it's amazing what 2 days of sunshine will do. The mud is almost gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's t-shirt weather out here. It is warm. Let's see if I can.
Yeah,
I
we
want to
still
stay
got
out of the camera here.
we still got snow in the middle of fields, which
Is the camera off? Yeah, it is really warm out here. Let me take that camera off. Man, I should be shooting. It's nice out. I got to do that Kenny Cam thing, that router, and put a new target out there.
Uncle Jim on a garage pop on the live chat. Come on.
Well, I could. I got some 44 special roll loaded up.
Oh, crap.
Yep. Oh, we got bacon coming in here, I think.
Oh, what did I do with them? There.
Good day.
The Great White North is in the house.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Bacon.
How's it going?
Good.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What's up? How's the weather up there?
Oh, we're having great weather here now. It's probably going to be about 10 degrees Celsius today, which is about
Yeah.
Speak English.
I don't know,
Oh,
about
you,
55 degrees,
Oh,
It's easy.
okay.
55 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd
I was
take that.
barbecuing yesterday.
It's easy enough to convert C to FU, Jay. You can do it.
Yeah, I just asked Siri or whatever. Yeah.
I struggle with it.
Well, what is it? It's nine fish plus 32 is the formula.
Actually, it's easier just to go double it and add 32, and you're within a couple degrees.
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
that rule of thumb too.
Sounds right.
I have 62 degrees in the garage right now. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Boy, it's not 62 out here. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Still in the 30s here, I think.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're having nice weather here now.
Well, good. Looks like you got a little sun there in the window.
Yeah. It's supposed to warm up on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, I can't really see out the window, but
Close to 60 this week sometime, I think. All right, MCK.
Have a good one.
Yeah, we'll see you, Mark.
Yeah, broke. Only 2 molds. I don't need any of that other stuff I got, so. We got the little 95 grain here, which admittedly seems to not drop quite the size, and that's could be just not hot enough yet. That mold, I always have trouble with it dropping.
But that 95 grain, the round flat,
It's always a little on the small side. Yeah, yeah, that 90 with a little flat nose on it. But it always drops. It always drops nice. It drops beautiful, but it just doesn't seem to get to the diameter. That's that tumbleweed. So
oh yeah,
they're kind of like that, I think.
they're designed, I guess, that way, so you don't necessarily have to size them.
Yeah,
Just lube and go.
yeah. I've found that even after powder coat, there's not much there when you put it through the sizer.
No, that's what I'm seeing usually too. They just drag.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really size.
Yeah, I've found the same. Now the bigger ones, you get a little bit more resistance, like the 124.
what's the temperature down there where you are, Eagle Eye?
Probably 75.
Yeah, he's probably got it
Bet it
fairly
is.
decent.
I'll bet it is.
I was talking to somebody in Texas the other day, and he said it was 70-ish. So,
Yeah.
Well, I had a chance a number of years ago to spend about 3 weeks in Phoenix in the middle of February, and it was really, really nice.
oh well, that'd be the time of year if you're going to go to Arizona.
It was like 75 or 80 degrees every day.
Yeah. Now,
Wow.
Kenny says it was 81.
Wow.
That's warm enough. That's warm enough.
I was in Phoenix years ago. I think it was August. And you'd wake up and it'd be 90 degrees. And you go to bed at midnight, it would go below 100.
Oh yeah.
It was, I mean, people would wear long pants in the summertime because your legs would get burnt if walking on the sidewalk. It was
Reflective, like reflective heat. Is that what you're saying? Reflective sun?
yeah, I noticed it because I wore shorts and I walked somewhere.
Huh.
you guys going out to dinner or something. I walked to dinner, and that's when I realized, okay, so that's why all these people are wearing pants. Yeah.
Well, I remember the instructor that we had in the course I was taking down there, and he was quite happy to tell us Canadians that he had to go out about 15 minutes before the end of the day to start his car in order to put the air conditioner on so the seats would be cold enough to sit on before he went home.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that for sure. That's pretty
Well,
good.
Bacon, there's some truth to that. I mean, depending on your seat material, if it's out in the sun,
Oh yeah, you get them.
you get a burned butt if you jump in.
Well, do we call you Bacon anymore? What do we
Oh,
call
I
you?
don't care. Yeah, no, bacon's fine. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess I should have asked.
I think you're going to be called Bacon for a little bit.
I don't really care actually. It doesn't really matter. But you know what? When I changed the name of the channel, I'd thought about it for quite a while, and then eventually I thought, well, I just may as well do it sooner than later because
Yeah.
after I finally had everything kind of set up and I was kind of getting into it, I decided it probably really was a better idea to distance my real name from YouTube.
Mm.
Because I do have my website hooked up to the YouTube link. So I changed my website as well.
Oh. Well, there's some truth to that, I'd say, as well. Want some anonymity.
Well, I haven't had any negative experiences yet, but I figured I may as well just do it sooner than later and get it over with. And
Yeah.
you know, I didn't have that many followers or videos up on YouTube yet, so it really wasn't going to affect a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Although the one thing it did, though, is that it did change my name as it appears on my email,
Mm-hmm.
which was kind of disappointing because I've been using Eat Bacon for over 20 years.
Well, that's a separate animal, but you can go into your Gmail settings and say, no, this is the name I want to appear with the email. Because I had the same thing, when I set up the PCC Kid moniker, go in and change the email.
Oh, really? I'll have to look
Yeah.
into that then.
Go into your Gmail settings on the laptop or whatever, and you should be able to find it. You click down through some of the setup tabs.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that because a lot of my friends and family kind of know when I do send them an email, you know, they kind of expect it to say Eat Bacon because that's what
Yeah.
they've seen for a number of years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're probably not going to like that part of it. I haven't played with it, but I know you can.
It's not difficult. I had to do a little bit of digging to find it, and I don't think it was very intuitive on a phone. I think I went through the desktop version to do it. If I remember.
Well, yeah, okay. I use the desktop for everything, so
Yeah.
in fact, I've been thinking about upgrading my phone in the last little while as well. I haven't had a new phone I've never had a new phone, and the ones I've got 3 or 4 phones, but they're all 5 or 6 or 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a new toy in the mail the other day.
Oh, you did?
Uh-oh.
What's that?
45 Colt 12 gauge adapter made of stainless steel with rifling.
Oh,
Rifling is good.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I had a jug with about 450 45 Colt bullets that I had bought a while back, and really no way to use them because they were kind of pointless to shoot out of the smoothbore adapters.
Hmm.
Right. You had
And I
said
didn't
that.
really want to buy any more sizing kits. and I couldn't get them to go down to 44 mag. They just wouldn't go through the sizer.
Yeah, it probably a good bit to try to size them.
So while the chat was happening last night, I got some 45 Colt loaded up as well as a bunch of 223 to test out.
Ah. So we have a range video coming, huh?
Sounds it.
Oh, I don't know. You know what? Here's the problem. When I take the cameras to the range, it just adds so much of a pain in the ass to set everything up, and then people show up, and you know what? I don't like to argue with people. I'm fully understanding of the fact that if somebody doesn't really want to be on a video,
Hmm.
I don't argue with them.
I
You
like
know.
it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
You
Matter
don't
of
get
fact, matter of fact, a lot of times I just shut it down.
Well, same here. I just take a few pictures of my gear or something like that, and then I put all the stuff away, and I seem to get a lot more done when I'm not trying to film anything.
I get it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's distracting.
I do have some footage from one of my other trips, actually.
Yeah, I tell you, I do have a small point and shoot camera, and I can put it on a little like desktop tripod. And
Right.
and that's pretty anonymous because the people don't know whether you're just using your camera as a spotting scope or something.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
they're far enough away, it's like I don't worry about it. You know, it's downrange, and so I shot a number of videos that way. But when there's a guy 3-4 feet away from you and you're trying to do a video, it just doesn't work.
Well, I did get one section of what I was trying to work on finished. When I bought my 223, I bought four boxes of factory Barnaul 62 grain steel cased ammo, just because I wanted to have something to shoot right away. And the first time I went out, I went through about 2 boxes, and then the last time I went out, I had 2 boxes left, so I thought, well, I'm going to sight the rifle in, and I did that. So I'll show you a couple targets here. All these holes in the bottom they're not really part of that, but
Let me blow you.
I got the sighters in here, and then I moved them over towards the center, and then eventually I got a few of them, right in the black here. And that was at 50 yards. So then I moved my target out and I set up a proper target at 100 yards. And I'm pretty happy with the groups from the kind of shooting that I do. I'm getting, I guess, about a 2.5 inch group. I got about, let me think, 4, 5, 6 groups on here. This is the final group in the middle, and I was kind of aiming right here. I was just roughly guessing where it would be.
Uh-huh.
But then the problem is, the next thing I wanted to do was to take it out to the range and shoot a bunch of these low velocity tight group and clays and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as I put the rifle down on the bench, I realized the scope was loose.
Oh boy.
So I got to start over again.
Yeah. That's a bummer. Well, how are the pace cars coming, K24?
Oh, it's low. But I got this one mold. I got it cleaned up last week.
Oh,
That's really all it was. Just run straight cleaner through it, and I did. And that was that other other lead mix, and I added a pellet tin to it, and it cleaned right up. So, but I do the brake cleaner thing works pretty good. CW had a good point. I think
Oh
it's
yeah.
that's a good tip if you're in the middle of casting and you want to just shoot it and keep going. That works great.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, I believe so. The
I
cans I have, the cans I have out here in the garage, I think are low enough. And then with the cold weather, they didn't want to spray. Is the
oh
problem?
right.
So I got to get a fresh can. Got to get a
Hey,
fresh can.
hey, you guys, I have to go, but thanks for having me on. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Thank,
thanks you,
thank,
Jay.
thanks for coming on, Jim. Anytime.
Let us know how the 45 works out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get a garage pop, Jim.
Well, I have to go out and do stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do when the sun comes out. So,
I know. That's what we were talking about it earlier. Jamie had kind of, I think, wondered whether we were going to do this every week or, and I'd like to, but with the weather, when it turns, I won't be doing it every week for sure.
yeah.
I
It'll be yard work and stuff.
might have to find a different time slot or something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I get it, Jim.
all
Gotta
right,
get,
guys. Thanks for having me on. Have a good one. See you later, side chat. Have a good one.
See you later, Jim.
All right.
see,
Take care, guys.
Yeah. See ya.
All right. Bye.
all right, broke loader. We got
He's
a wind
had
bill.
time. He's
Broke
had
loader.
time to put. He's had time to put the groceries away, broke. Come on, come back. We
Nope,
know
nope,
you're out there.
no excuses. Come on. The Brokelodian community wants to see their leader.
It says there's 10 people watching right now. Who's all here?
Well,
Well,
probably.
I'll go back through the side there. Reloader 762, Eagle Eye Shooting, Rune. Yeah, it goes back here. There's Broke Loader. MCK, he may or may not be. I don't know.
I think he boogied. I think he had to go.
Now there's 11 watching.
Yeah. James Pollard. Not sure if James is still in there. We were trying to get James to come on. I'm quite sure I don't have his email anyway, but let's see. Vanessa Kitty was here.
Yeah, she was here earlier.
Hey, who's that guy? Hobby's Hobo. Reloader 762 was here. That's
There we go.
Probably half an hour ago. I guess we can't. Loader says I'm not here. We just can't shame him into.
Well, he's resisting the force. That's the problem.
I know it's that the Brokelodian force is strong.
That's what I was going to say. He's mastered it. That stuff. Resisting the force. Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's fun to come on a Sunday afternoon and do a little bit of work and have a little bit of fun, you know. We get somebody come on and we shoot the shit, chew the fat, you know.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Powder coat oven works good to keep my tea warm.
Did you see that, K24? James Pollard says he's got a fresh haircut, so good enough reason not to come on.
There's an excuse I haven't heard.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I can understand. I mean, you know what I would do?
Good stuff.
I'd just put a hat on.
Yeah, that would solve it.
Yeah.
That would solve the world's problems.
It's funny.
Hey, I have a question for all of you guys, I guess,
Okay.
regarding casting bullets for 223. I know that there's been a lot of discussion lately about how many guys are having difficulty getting any kind of reasonable accuracy out of them. However, I'm kind of interested in eventually, like when I do start casting, I was kind of thinking it would be fun to cast 223 bullets to use at low velocity for my small game ammo.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can produce adequate enough accuracy at short ranges, like less than 50 yards, that would be perfect for me.
Well, I don't cast for 223. I know a lot of guys say it's difficult. Now I do cast for 270. It's a little bit bigger. You know, I mean, substantially, I guess, but the 270 at 50 yards with a reduced load, it grouped really well.
Well,
So I guess it's plausible with a 223 at short range that you said small game might be a little tough, but
like for me, the whole idea for me with that 223 is to, I mean, I don't even really hunt that much, but I like to be ready to hunt if I get the opportunity to.
right.
So the whole idea with the 223 is to have an adequate hunting load
Mhm.
for the deer we have out here, which are really small. You know, they average maybe 60 to 80 pounds when they're,
Oh,
you know.
Boy, small.
So 223 is quite adequate for them. But at the same time, I never ever pass up on small game because I'm trying for something bigger. So I want to have a pocket full of like low velocity 223 ammo that I can swap out if I see small game.
So here's James' comment.
I was going to say he's probably got some good advice, James Pollard, for you, Bacon.
James,
Okay, yeah. Well, 3/8 of an inch at 50 yards is more than adequate for me. That's probably better than I can do. If I could hit a pop can at 50 yards with cast 223 bullets, that would be perfectly adequate for me.
yeah, I have yet to do a 100-yard video with the 270, but I've got stuff loaded and I'm just waiting for the snow to melt. And I did some test loads without a gas check, and it was 2, 3, 4-inch group. It's not great, but I loaded some more with a gas check and pushed them a little bit faster. I just haven't done the video yet. It's kind of why I was wondering about Kenny's camera setup there. Um, I'd like to be able to do a camera on the target at 100, but I don't want to go out and set a camera and then have to retrieve it and all that kind of thing. But that may be what I end up doing. I'm not. I don't usually do 100-yard videos. The 50-yard I can do with a camera from the bench pretty well.
How about an old smartphone attached to a spotting scope?
I haven't tried. I haven't messed around with any of that stuff. But it could be an option. I just haven't played with it. They make those adapters that go over the. Is that what you're talking about? That goes over the eyepiece?
Well, I've never really used an adapter, but there's times when I've needed to take a telephoto picture of something, and I just manually held my camera lens up behind a monocular and then, got a quick shot.
Right. I know what you're saying. I wanted to do a live video. You know what I mean? I wanted to do a video. That's how I did my 50-yard video with the 270, the reduced loads. I kind of like to do it in the same format, but I'm literally at the point where I'm going to have to use an extra cell phone and a tripod at the target. I got to, and there again, it depends on whether there's anybody there. You know what I mean? You're kind of up against it.
Yeah.
Especially when the weather turns, it'll get busy.
Oh yeah.
You won't have the opportunity to do stuff like that. Now in the middle of July when it's screaming hot, no problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, same here. The weather's starting to turn, and we're starting to talk about going fishing here shortly. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be welcome here, I think.
I couldn't believe how much snow is still out in the woods this morning.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. We've got fields that still have snow in the middle of the field, and that there's so much ice buildup from those sleet storms that it just doesn't melt very quickly without the rain. You know what I mean?
Well, most of my front yard's thawed out now, but you can see grass, but the backyard isn't.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and that's the way it is here too. And I don't know if we're going to be able to shoot a match by next week or not, because it just really isn't melting very quickly. We'll see what happens here. Get a couple good days.
Yeah, I was thinking that today. I looked just this morning to see if he'd posted anything yet, and I'm like, well, we'll know in a couple of days if there's going to be one or not.
Yeah, it would be nice to be able to shoot again.
Yep, that's why I was telling you the other day. I got to get some 9mm loaded up, so I'm ready.
Yeah, you probably should. You know, years ago when I first started shooting Steel Challenge, I made the mistake of waiting on the weather, and then I didn't shoot a match until like May. But it really puts you behind the curve as far as picking your skills back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you shooting in the barn there Wednesday nights is a good thing.
Yeah. I've been getting some trigger time, but it's not really the same as shooting, the course of fire.
No. Yeah. I haven't.
okay, I got a couple more questions for James. Actually, I'm assuming that the bullets that he was getting 3/8 of an inch group with at 50 yards, are probably really well made bullets, capable of being used at much longer ranges as well. But what kind of accuracy could a person expect with crappy 223 bullets?
Hmm.
And then as far as the twist rate goes, I'm using a Ruger American, which I think has a 1 in 8 twist. So is there a rule of thumb when it comes to twist rates? Do you need a faster bullet with faster twist rates, or is it the opposite way around?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that James will have an answer
Yeah.
for you there. I do
Yeah.
know he doesn't generally gas. He doesn't generally gas check his 223, and I think he runs it up around 1900, something like that. If that's, I've had that conversation with James when I started casting 270, and I remember some of the dialogue. And I'm not trying to put words in James' mouth, but I'm just saying he definitely has an opinion of what goes on
Oh, yeah. She's
and is familiar with what could be. So
Well, I kind of want to keep the velocity down as low as possible for small game stuff because,
yeah,
well, first of all, it's quieter, and second of all, it's cheaper.
and that's the main reason I started casting for 270. I got tired of spending $35 for 50 bullets, or I'm maybe exaggerating a little bit, but I think you get the point.
Oh, I get the point all right. Here in Canada, you pay $60 for a box of 100 Sierras.
wow.
Yeah, I had bought some Sierras in 100 box, and I found them for like 30 or $35. The local guy had them. Man, I was in there the other day. He doesn't have any powder. He had one box of 270 caliber. I think it was 140 grain, which is, I think it's pretty heavy for a reduced load, but it's just my opinion.
Okay, so James says faster twist for heavier bullets, which that makes sense from what I've been reading.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm dicking around here.
Yeah, Rune's got an idea of what we're paying here. Yeah, when I'm calculating my cost on producing shootable ammo, it's 8 cents for a primer, and it's 1 cent per grain of powder, plus the cost of the bullet.
Yeah, that's interesting there. What, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. That a lot of that kind of stuff interests me because, again, that's kind of why I got into casting, is just to save some money on plinking rounds, but for pistol, it does just fine, Every now and then you get a powder combination that doesn't like or something, but as far as like I shot some of that 800X, and it just you really have to pack the powder in it to get it to come to any kind of accuracy, and it's kind of scary. I think it's probably a lot better than in a bigger case. I see some guys using it in like bigger calibers.
Oh, Andy's here. Good day, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
Hello, Andy. Get warm. Is it warming up out there, Andy? It's not warming up here.
Isn't he in New York or Connecticut or something? Where is Andy?
I think he's Long Island,
Oh, that's right.
I believe.
That's right.
You know, years ago, I was a kid, just out of high school. I did some time, speed, distance rallies, automobile rallies, out in the Hamptons, Southampton, East Hampton, whatever.
Did you run
So-
into any celebrities?
No,
Oh.
no, but it looked like a pretty high-end area, the Hamptons.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll bet Andy knows. And somewhere, I think it was, what was the name of that road course? Bridgehampton or something? I'm sure it's defunct and there's probably houses on it now. But there was a racetrack out there years ago. Like I said, it's been years ago. And I don't remember much about it. I'm sure the area has changed since the 80s,
Oh, I would imagine.
you know? But used to do those time, speed, distance rallies with my father. And it got travel all the way to Long Island to do a rally. One time we went to Vermont, did a 24-hour time, speed, distance rally in the snow with a RX-7.
Oh,
Well,
man.
I got to tell you, that was an experience.
I imagine.
Yeah, it snowed the entire time. Snow's on the back and not on the front.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember we were coming down this road and there was a crest. And we come over the crest and there's a tree line this way. T intersection. And I realized at that point there was no way I was going to stop the car. Pitched the car completely sideways and made it through there without hitting anything.
wow.
And the funny thing about it is somebody else had a problem and they went off. So he literally threaded the needle in there. Yeah, there's Andy. That was Bridgehampton. I guess it was Bridgehampton. I thought so. There's Bacon. James is.
Yeah, I saw that 18 VHN. I seem to recall hearing that the other night too. But I'm looking at shooting 223 at closer to 1,000 feet per second.
Oh boy, I don't know if that's going to work real great. I'm pretty sure James will have an opinion there. I don't. I've shot that 270 as slow as I think 1400, and it's not grand at that speed. It's not. I think you'll have trouble with that slow.
Actually, I kind of want to learn a little more about zinc too. It seems like more and more people are finding out, that zinc is definitely an option these days. And I kind of like the fact that you can cast lighter bullets.
But you need to have steel molds, correct? So they'll take the heat, as far as I know, if you're casting zinc.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's something
And I
to do.
believe you need to have a more robust pot too. Or say Leaf 420 isn't rated for doing zinc, as far as I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, even if it'll melt, it won't hold up.
Oh.
Here's it. This is interesting here.
Yeah, Andy confirmed. You want steel molds and you want a cast iron pot.
Yeah.
So who makes cast iron pots these days, or do you have to look for an old one?
That I don't know.
Andy will know because I think he converted pots or something.
I
Or-
believe that's true. Or he has
Some-
old ones or something.
Yeah, or something that was made years ago. Maybe I've heard the conversation, and I don't remember how it went.
TMS is in the house.
Hey Tim, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, this is what.
Okay, reloader 762. Yeah, I just loaded a whole bunch of 223 with Tight Group and Clays and Trail Boss from that same data you're talking about. I'm going to test them probably next weekend.
I'll tell you. Now I'm trying to gather my thoughts here, but I used 4895 as a reduced load bacon in that 270.
I have some of that powder too, but the reduced loads for that aren't slow enough for what I'm interested in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very plausible. You might get that better with Unique. I don't know, but James he had said something. I know
Well-
he uses. Yeah, he says he's never tried it. There it is.
Well, can't you use Trail Boss and a lot of that stuff as well?
I think you can.
Yeah,
I mean-
I've got some low velocity Trail Boss loaded as well, but I mean I've got 3 to pick from now if I shoot them, and whichever one seems to work the best. Although I'm using them with 55 grain berries bullets right now,
Uh-huh.
which aren't legal for hunting.
I see.
I've been thinking about grinding the tips off actually.
I think you're gonna find that your point of impact is definitely gonna get a little weird at that speed. And I really have a hard time believing that it'll fly without tumbling. Because I had now at 50 maybe it won't, but like when I shot the Trail Boss 270 at about 1400, it was tumbling at 100 yards. We got CW there. I missed. Sorry, CW. Hey, brother. How long you been there? I've been spacing out.
Oh,
Hey,
oh 10 minutes or so.
I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm listening.
hey, CW.
Hello,
I didn't
guys.
see you.
Good day.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Yeah, well, we're doing our little Sunday get together, so glad you could come in.
Yeah, I saw. I just got home from the range when I got your email.
Oh,
I had a couple of things I wanted to do, and
Uh-huh.
we had an early dinner because we had no lunch. So I figured I'd load up some more 3220s and try it out on the telephone. This is the first time I've done this on the cell phone. I got it plugged in because I know you said it eats batteries.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I got you down here on one of my loading benches.
Are you getting
Yeah,
used
slide
to
'em
the
out
new
you guys
hot?
there. Go ahead.
Well, CW, I was just going to ask, are you getting used to the new hot plate setup you had?
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really, really like it. I don't know what I was thinking, not listening all those years.
Mm.
It's just a
That
lot
was
easier.
easy.
I put it on. I put it on low. I'm on like number 1. It goes. It's got like a rheostat with no numbers, and then it starts at 1. So maybe a quarter of the way around. The rheostat is nothing, and then it starts 1, and I think it goes to 5. But I put it on 1. I turn the molds upside down, so the spewer plate down, and I give them 10, 15 minutes, and I turn them over on the other side. And by the time the lead's molten and I flux it, I can cast, and I have no culls, none whatsoever.
Well, it was pretty easy to tell from that last video that you did that you were happy with that hot plate.
Oh, it was super. Super duper.
So, Bacon, I don't know if you saw Andy's comment here. This is about the pot. For the
Yeah, actually, I was going to ask about that again. So does that mean there is nobody currently making a pot that's compatible with zinc?
Yeah, I don't think
That
Just do
you
it-
can
do it
only
old school.
find.
Do it
Say
old
again,
school.
sir?
Just use a pot and a ladle.
Well, yeah, that's a possibility for sure.
Then you're not killing your pots. You're only using a steel mold.
Yeah,
And,
that's a good
it's
idea.
a lot easier.
If you want to play with it. You know what I
Especially if
mean?
you're just going to try it. You know, you don't know if you're really going to do it or what.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you can do some. There's guys that's all they do. Just dip it.
Yep.
It's really not any harder or anything. It's just different.
And you said you've got a ladle, right?
Yeah, I've got a little ladle.
Yeah. All you need is a good pot. You know, something you can melt it in.
So there you go.
You can still buy them, the little bitty, whatever they call them, or you can just use a thrift store or something and just know you're going to burn it up.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of eventually being able to do zinc as well, though, because I'm not the only one that's obviously having trouble finding reasonably priced lead these days.
No, prices seem to be going up, just like everything else.
Well, I had some interesting occurrence today. I took 3 rifles to the range, and I had a Savage A22 22 Magnum. I put a new Boyd stock on, and I had shot it indoors, but I wanted to shoot it at 50 yards, 100 yards. I didn't make it to 100. There was still quite a bit of snow. I didn't want to walk and stand in that. But 50 yards, I got it sighted pretty good. And then I took my old standby 3220, and I had put a different scope on it. I had bought a cheapo. I forget who makes it now. Who makes that? It's made by not Merritt. I'm looking for the box here. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's an off-brand, but it's a pretty good scope. And the parallax didn't work at all. And when I tried to get elevation, the elevation topped out. And I'm only shooting at 50 yards with a, 1,600 feet per second bullet. It shouldn't have been an issue. It's on a base that I've used many times with a few different scopes, so I'm really certain it's not the gun or the mount. But I didn't have enough elevation. So I put it back in a box and I sent it back. That was end of November last year. And I got it out to them. I think I got a receipt from like the 5th of December. and it had to go back to Bushnell. Merritt scope. I'll tip my tongue. I can't think of it. Anyway, they apparently bought up all the repairs or do all the repairs for this scope. And I sent off 2 emails, and I get an email back, but each time it tells me a short time they'll get back to me, but it's got a number. I really only just want to make sure they got it.
Oh, you can't
I
even.
got a number though, so I guess I can assume they've got it because they've got a number attached to it.
Well,
Unless they put a number on my email.
It could be a ticket number or something based on the email. Sure.
I had to fill out a slip and send it in with it, and that generated a number. And I told them that number, and they came back with me with another case number. So I don't really know what it is. I'm not really rushed for it. I put another scope on it. Actually, I've changed the scope twice already. But just curious to say, I've sent a whole bunch back to them, and they've always been really good. And I know they're probably really busy with a lot of going on. So I guess I shouldn't be overly surprised. But when I sent it in, it said 4 to 6 weeks. And of course, we're a little bit past that now. But anyway, I put a nice old Redfield 6-power TV view with a tapered crosshair with a circle. It's probably a 60 scope, but I think it's pretty well suited for the ballistics of the 3220. And I got it sighted. I'm shooting an MP bullet, MMP mold, 140 grain. This gun is custom. It's got a smelly Enfield smelly barrel, so it's 1 in 10 twist, 1 in 9.5 twist. So I can shoot some pretty heavy bullets. And I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I'm just trying to refine a load here, and I'm not looking to find the fastest and the maximum pressure and all that stuff, because the caliber deserves some respect. It doesn't need to be hot rodded. But I get no pressures, virtually no case head expansion, and I'm 9.7 grains of 2400, and the book says 8.5 with 115 grain. So I'm over 9.5 with 140 grain. But of course, I can see it out quite a way.
Right.
And I'm getting about 1550 feet per second, 21-inch barrel. But accuracy is only so. I'm shooting about 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches at 50 yards. So I want to play around with overall length. I want to get it up into the rifling a little more, and it's a single shot, so I've got no worries pulling the bullet out, having to open it up or nothing like that. So that's what I'm playing with that.
Bacon, can you see the side there? Andy and James are talking about cast and zinc.
Yeah, I've been reading it actually.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if you.
I'm not really set up for any casting yet. Eventually, little by little, I'm gathering the parts and pieces. So sooner or later, I'll I've got a couple of molds. I've got a good, I have a pot stove that I use for outdoor cooking, which is, more than adequate for ingot making, I guess.
Right.
So eventually I'll start casting some stuff. Crazy thing, I'm finding I'm not really a shotgun guy. I never really liked shotguns. I owned lots of them in years past, and I've never really liked hunting with shotguns. I'm not a bird hunter.
Oh.
Like ducks and geese and stuff like that, I'm not really interested in. But I'm finding buckshot is really useful for me for loading, because I'm really interested in low velocity, low power, small game ammo. And the buckshot I have so far, I think I've only got two different sizes of buckshot, which I ultimately ended up buying. But it's really useful. I mean, I can size it to pretty well any size I want, and at low velocity, I'm not really worried about leading or anything like that. So I'll probably end up casting buckshot before I start casting bullets.
What gauge are you shooting?
Well, I collect survival guns, so I have a large number of single shot shotguns in pretty well all gauges. 410, 28, 20, and 12.
Because the 410 has been a real interest of mine for the past few years, and it's what got me back into loading shotgun again. To me, a 410, I kind of had a love-hate relationship with it, and I can shoot it really, really well, hand-thrown birds, and then you go out in the fields and they're not flushing at 15, 20 yards, and up in front of you at 20, 25.
Mm.
So it's the common misconception is that it's got no power, but in reality, it's got exactly the same power. It's just got less shot, so the patterns aren't as dense. But it's the number 4 shot at 1,200 feet per second doesn't know if it's shot out of a 10 gauge or a 410.
Well, I have to admit, lately, the one that I've been having the most fun with that I really, really like is the 28 gauge.
Yeah, I love the 28 too. To me, that's strictly a bird shot for game birds, but I do like it a lot myself. It's an awesome size.
Aside from that, I really do like 410 as well. I mean, I'm not really a shotgun guy. I kind of preferred always using, a 22 rifle on small game. Although the big difference is now that I live out here on the West Coast, I live right beside a hunting zone, which is limited to shotgun only. So even for big game, I'm limited to shotgun.
Oh,
I mean, there's other places I can go hunting where I can use a rifle, but
well, you mentioned buckshot. I've been having a lot of fun with buckshot in the 410. I got a bunch of different sizes. I bought all the typical ones before all this hysteria happened. I had a few, and I got a few more, and then I started really thinking about it. And most 410s are full choke, and although they vary all over the place, what full is, 390 is really pretty close to what most of them are. So I picked up a 390 mold.
I think I saw those videos that you did.
Yeah, I've got, 6 or 8 barrels 410, and I've got a couple that are down in the 380s, and I got a couple that are over 400. So that accuracy, I think, is really hinged upon that diameter when you're shooting a 410, because it's not, you don't have that arrangement of shot in the shell. You've got a column. And
Yeah.
it's smaller than your choke, slightly, or just a little larger. You generally get pretty good accuracy out of it. I mean, I'm getting some really surprising groups out 50, 60 yards with my loads that are just astounding. I would not hesitate one bit to take it on coyotes or something. It would be very good. 390 balls. I haven't chronographed it, but I'm shooting 15 grains of little gun. So it should be moving right along.
I got some 410 brass Magtech shells that I want to try and load up. I finally did get all the components I need for it. But finding smokeless data for Magtech brass is pretty difficult.
See, Booze and Bullets is here. Hello there, buddy.
Yeah, Booze and Bullets. You did those zinc casting with the ladle the other day, and they looked really good.
I thought so
Yeah,
too.
I watched that video as well. Good stuff.
Yeah, CW. So the brake cleaner, that's a great tip for cleaning molds on the fly for sure.
Oh yeah, I've done that for years. It's great. It's really, really good.
It straightened my molds right up.
Yep.
That
Generally
and
it will. If it's from contaminants, you know.
I put a little bit of a pellet of tin in it too, right
Yep.
around the same time, and I think that the two of them just straightened it right up.
Tin almost never hurts.
That's-
Almost never hurts.
That seems to be the consensus from some other people as well. If you're
Yeah.
having issues.
I've been using a lot of what do I want to say? Just softer lead, where it's
Yep.
not wheel beating. It doesn't have that enemy, you know.
Yep.
And so the tin will carry it through, I think.
Yeah, the tin adds a lot of elasticity to the lead. It helps it flow. It does harden it a bit, but it does more to help it flow. You know, if you've got a pop that's a little bit of a dripper, and you've got a lot of tin in there, it's going to drip like crazy.
Yeah, it's hell, I think I put one pellet in for like, I want to say 5 pounds.
Yeah.
And I think it was enough. It was enough that it straightened out between that, and I might have had a little bit of oil in the mold or something. Really, I think it probably might have had a little bit of oil in it or something.
It's easy to do, especially if you properly lubricate your molds. You can get it in there pretty easily without realizing
Yeah.
it migrates from the hinge or from the screw for the spear.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, you know what? You mentioned the tin there. I think the artists discovered that a couple of thousand years ago when they were making their bronze statues, that tin helped even the bronze flow better.
Yep.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Those guys were masters. They figured out how to do a lot of things we probably still couldn't figure out today.
What are you casting there, PCC?
Oh, some 41 caliber, 210 grain semi-wad cutters with the Lee mold. I'm about done. Oh. I don't know how much longer you were thinking about hanging out, but I'm getting
Well,
close to calling it a day for myself.
I'm gonna shut it down before 7 o'clock anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to run over into Scotsman anyway.
Oh my.
What time is it there right now?
6 o'clock, Bacon.
Okay,
So
3
you're
o'clock here.
okay, so you're 4 hours behind us is what you're, no, 3 hours behind
3
us.
hours, yeah. 3:04 right now.
All right. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I got a little bit of stuff here. Hey, hell, sometimes I'll cast 100 and that's good enough. Got 100 each here probably, and maybe just
Well-
start some powder coat here. We'll go until 7, and Like I said, it's nice to get on here and just shoot the breeze.
Gives you something to do for sure. Cold
Yeah, in the
weather,
wintertime
anyways.
for us.
Yeah.
In the wintertime for us, it's pretty much miserable out.
Yeah. Pennsylvania
I'm not
winter,
afraid
gray,
of cold weather.
gray and gloomy.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm by no means going to do a live stream from the picnic table outside.
Yeah, booze and bullets. You mentioned digging lead out of the berm. You know, the shooting range that I go to probably wouldn't have any problem if a person wanted to collect a bunch of lead, but we're basically shooting into a wet hillside covered with trees and ferns and moss, and I mean it's like shooting into a sponge basically.
Oh,
There's really nothing to dig out. I mean, I guess you could, but it's not like sifting through a loose pile of gravel or sand. I mean, we're talking a hillside with 100-year-old trees and branches and ferns, and you know it's wet most of the time, so there's really no interest in trying to dig anything out.
I was surprised how green it was there. I think for the time of year that the video was or something.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It stays pretty green there, it looks like.
Yeah, well, I'm looking out the front window right now, and the lawns are all green, and you know, the deciduous trees don't have any leaves on them yet, but they will right away.
Right.
There's already weeds growing in the garden, and
there's a lot of fur or something out there. What is that?
Douglas fir?
I watched that one channel out.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not really a tree expert. I know there is a lot of Douglas fir and that out here, but I mean,
I think that's what a lot of times what he's got in people's properties backing up.
80% of the trees out here are conifers, that's for sure. I mean, hardwoods and deciduous trees are they're common in town, but that's about it.
Right. Okay. That made sense from what I saw on that video then.
And when in the bush, it's like the other reason I'm interested in short range ammo is because 50 yards would be an extremely long shot out here.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Unless, of course, you set up, you know, somewhere specific where there's a clearing. But
right.
You know, when I go hiking, there's no going off the trails. That's for sure.
What are you casting, Scott?
What's that?
What are you casting?
Me? It's a Lee mold, the TL 4. What is it? TL 410 210 semi wad cutter.
Okay, I got that one.
Yeah. I was shooting a few today out of my Henry, so I got a video to put together later with some off the range target report. But so I figured I'd cast a few more to get stocked back up.
Hey, they shoot pretty good. They're a nice bullet.
Yeah. I found a load with some Trail Boss that shoots really well, for sure.
It's hard to make a 41 mag not shoot. They seem to all shoot pretty good.
It's always seemed like a really interesting caliber.
Well,
I like it. I've never been a fan of any of the real popular ones. Just a couple.
I think the 41 got overshadowed by its big brother, the 44, basically.
It
Is
has the same
the problem.
It did. It's not really less powerful. It just shoots a lighter bullet.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well-
they're definitely in the same category power wise. But the 41, you know, it's got a little less recoil. And
Yeah, I think-
it wasn't built the same way the 44 was, though. You know, the 44 was the expansion of the special, and it was brought out as a hunting caliber. Kind of the same reason that 243 won out over 6mm rem, even though 6mm rem has got a little advantage ballistically. Remington saw the 6mm as a varmint caliber, and Winchester saw the 243 as a combo, and Winchester was right and Remington was wrong.
Well, Winchester.
41 went after the police market, and the 44 went after the hunting market, and 44 Magnum went out.
Yeah.
And Lakeview wants a lever action and 45 long Colt.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that would be sweet for sure.
I think if I was to buy a new lever action, I'd probably be really interested in a 327 Federal Mag.
I've been turning on to that caliber recently myself, and although I don't really desire a lever, I got 3220 levers. I do appreciate it a lot. I really like a little bird's head that I picked up.
Broke loader, we are stockpiling. You don't need to remind us. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
CW.
We don't have too many pace cars today, bro.
Speaking of 32s, that's what I'm doing now. I'm doing 3220s. I was
Vanessa Kitty's back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the CW. So it's a pretty good setup there for your camera. What is that mount?
That's a RAM mount with a X grip, so I can move it up and down and around. I filmed a couple of the videos right in this position.
Is that screwed? Is that screwed to a wall or something?
Yeah, you just buy the mounts. They're like $10 or so. They're just a 1-inch ball. So I got them
Right.
screwed to the bench in a couple different places, and you can film right from there. But I'm learning that I got to get them off the bench. Like this is screwed to my die rack here beside the press over that way,
Uh-huh.
and it's off the bench. So if I jar the bench, it doesn't move the camera.
Ah,
That's I don't realize it when I do it, but I realize it when I watch and edit the video after, and I say, "Oh, I can't do that," and I forget and do it anyway.
Yeah, well, that's one of the quirks of being a YouTuber is getting around all the gear, and I mean, like some range videos, and man, I'll tell you what, the hat cam thing is so easy, but the quality isn't really there,
Yeah. I don't do it on the computer. I do everything on the cell phone, so I don't take the video from another source. But I have in the past. There's a lot of my early videos were, well, some of them were before I really did cell phones. They're all cameras, and I edited them on the computer or dumped them on the computer and then loaded them to YouTube. Some of mine go back 15, 16 years.
Check this one out, broke our K24.
That's similar to one I got here, except it's a different brand.
This one is this is a two-piece thing. The clamp was sold separately. I got two of them.
Mhm.
And then the arm, of course, was separate as well. And then the camera was, of course, separate as well. But the cool thing about this arm is that once you loosen the screw in the center, it's you can just go any direction you want.
Articulates all over. Yeah.
However you want to mount it. you'll find a way that it fits. And these arms were really affordable. I got them on Amazon. They're made by a company that goes by the name of Small Rig. And I think this is the 9-inch arm. And it was probably about $18 Canadian or something like that. And it's really, really well made.
It's similar to what I'm mounted in right now. If you've seen the Ram mounts.
Yeah, I've been looking at the Ram mounts quite a bit lately because I want to put one on my bicycle.
Yeah. I've had this one on the handlebars of the motorcycle, and it holds the phone fine. If you want to switch me to large screen there, I can show you this mount.
Yeah, hang on there.
So here's the X.
Yeah.
Just grabs your phone like that, and I got this toggle here. You loosen this clamp, and it allows this to move, and then it rotates. And you lose this one, and this one hinges, and this one is on a ball here, and then this goes up to this arm, and I've got another clamp here on these balls. So I can move this all around. So I got 4 different clamps to change it up.
Yeah, that's pretty split.
It works pretty good. I can move it over, right up here, and then I can look straight down, which is how I've done a few videos. And it works out well for me. And
They even have some newer models on the market now called Quick Grip.
Yeah, that's a nice setup for bench rig. Because
it's also nice because you can buy adapters. Like I've got a couple of balls with a nut on them with a 1/4 hole. So then you can attach any kind of camera setup that uses a 1/4 20 hole. You can put like my other video there on the Swiss Arc and the Manfrotto mounts. You can mount one of those on that ball, and just screw a ball to the bottom and attach it on one of these clamps with the ball, 1-inch ball.
Yeah.
I could stick this
Actually,
on top of a tripod off one of these balls with a plate mount that it's got for a 1-inch for a 1/4 20 bolt. So
I got the same problem you were talking about the other day. I got a steal of a deal on a really good tripod at the local junk shop for $10, but it's missing the quick detach plate.
Oh,
And whenever I go online, of course, because I'm in Canada, they want to fuck us for it and charge us like $80 for the piece.
Oh, I'm ordering them from all over the place. They're like $10.
wow.
Yeah, well, I found a few places that do sell them cheaper, but I don't know if they have the one I need for this specific tripod, which is Velvon.
Do you know what style it is?
Well, it has a. Yeah, I think this is like a 2-piece thing.
No, just the piece that's missing. There's a whole bunch of proprietary ones, but the big ones are Manfrotto and Arca Swiss. Manfrotto is a little older, I believe. Maybe a little more common. Manfrotto it's got a little dock. There's 3 sides, and you put the plate into it and snap it down. The Arca Swiss has pins on the base that slide back and forth, so it's only got a back and a front, and it clamps together. But they're similar size, but not the same.
Yeah. Well, I know eventually I'll find one. I mean, this tripod was a steal of a deal for $10.
Yeah.
And if I have to, I can use one of those. I have those mini tripods that have the bendable legs, sort of like the one you had in your video the other day.
Yeah.
I can just wrap one of them around the head here if I need to.
Like this. This is a Manfrotto. Where's my lens? There we go. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
So you see the wedges on either side. And then the other way, it's just square.
Oh, no, mine's got tapers on all 4 sides.
This is just tapers on 2 sides.
Yeah, I have one that has tapers on 2 sides, but it doesn't have that sort of flat at the top. Some of them are a little bit different.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, if you know what style you have, you probably get one. But if it's one of the proprietary kind, that's, each manufacturer makes their own, then you probably contact the maker of the tripod and get them. But
Yeah.
And I had
I got to make a follow-up video if anybody's interested on my question, because I found out that the Bog is Manfrotto.
Oh yeah.
So that I answered my question that way.
ah,
There's my Bog, and this is just a real cheapo. This just stretches, grabs the phone.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them from China for like,
$5.
yeah.
But here's the Manfrotto, and you just open this up. Yeah, it comes right out, and it's automatic. You put it in, you just close this, line it
I
up,
noticed
put
that.
that in, and push down, and it's locked.
Oh yeah. That's nice.
And this is on the Bog, Bog head, camera
yeah,
head.
the one I have doesn't snap
I just
in
put it
like
down.
you.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Whatever I need, and of course the legs in and out. But this is a shooting tripod.
Right. I noticed
But-
Midway had one on sale
Whatever.
last week.
It's pretty nice. It works pretty good for the camera. This is what I bought for hunting, and then I bought that Death Grip, and I love it, but it's way too heavy to walk around with. This is like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and I just put either the wide saddle, or I've got a real narrow one for hunting, and it's great. But I'm just double duty here, using it as a camera tripod for some of my videos.
Yeah.
And I do like it. I do like it.
Well, now that I'm filming the odd time, I have one tripod, that already works, an old beat up one, but it still works.
Sure.
But now with the second tripod, that'll give me the option of putting the chronograph on one and putting a camera on a second one.
Yep.
And then I still have the little mini tripods that can go on the shooting bench and things like that.
Yeah.
Try to get. I figured out. You're better off to just film from every angle that you possibly can film from, and then cut it as you need it.
Yeah, it makes a nice video for sure.
I've got like 3 old cell phones, and they all work well for taking pictures, so I can get multiple angles, no problem, as long as I have cameras
Great
like
idea.
tripods.
I got a bunch of old phones too. I never thought I use them for music and pictures, but I never
Yeah.
thought of using them to video. That's a good idea, because I can plug them in the
Oh,
computer.
Yeah, I've got like literally got like 3 old cell phones that I don't use as phones, and they work great. I used to carry them around, same thing, for listening to podcasts and taking pictures with occasionally, but I've been experimenting with hooking them up and doing video from different angles.
Wow, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Never even remotely thought of that. That's really good.
And
thinking.
then
Yeah.
And then
you
even my old, even my little tablet that I keep on my desk, it'll do video as well if I want.
then you just transfer it either from the card or Bluetooth it or something.
Yeah, I just have it all record to the card, and then, well, I don't even take the cards out. I just plug them into my PC and copy the data directly from the device to my PC.
Yep.
It's learning how to use the editing software that's the tricky part.
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't believe how much stuff is hidden in what I use. I just can't. It surprises me all the time. You only have a couple controls. There's a little wheel that gives you a couple different fades and this and that, and then there's really not a whole lot more. There's a type. You can choose all the different types, of course. But
What's the what are you using?
I don't remember the name of it.
The one I've been using, which I'm really, really happy with, is called Shotcut,
It was
and it's free.
free on the phone, and the logo looks like an AR-15 Bolt looking at you, or a gear.
Oh, okay.
But it was free. But then you upload a picture or video, and you click on that, and that opens a window that's got like 20 more different things. I can do different color casts, vignettes, sound. I can treat the whole thing with like 7 or 10 different like master overview. They got music and everything in them already, or I can make my own. I can make type last for just a few seconds, or for the whole length of the picture. I can put a picture in and make the picture last for like 10 minutes. Just one picture.
Yeah.
And I figured
Yeah.
out, just on the last one, I figured out the speed because I thought it was for something else, and I hit it, and I realized that I changed my pitch of my voice. So I said, oh, this is for changing the video speed. So when I did that one yesterday with the mounting the 1022 broken screw, I said, everybody knows this stuff. I'm just going to double it up. So I sped it all up, and I saved like almost 5 minutes just by speeding that up. And it was just silly stuff that was good to see, but you didn't need to hear anything. And to do it faster was beneficial, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, in case you have to have a backup software, keep Shotcut in mind, because I'm really happy with it. It was pretty difficult to use for the first day or two, but then it started to become a lot easier.
I tried that Klein, what some of the other guys use, and it's pretty expensive. At least I thought it was, if I understand it right. So I know I got to look into that a little more.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that because I haven't needed it yet, but how do you like that press, CW?
I do like it. It's got a little more flex in the head than I care for, so I just throw a shim in back here, and then it's solid. Just doesn't rotate as well. I got to pull the shim out to rotate it. But I spilled some powder, and I got powder in a couple of these threads, so I'm just running a thread cleaner through here.
Yeah, it seems like about a year or two ago, those presses just really took off.
Yeah, I wanted another T7 for a long time, and they're just so much money. I forget the one that I had. I had the Boss, the Big Boss, the Mega Boss, the something Boss, and it didn't give me full access like I wanted. And the nice thing about these is it's full access in the front. I got an Ammo Master over here, and it's got 3 bars because it's a progressive, but I run it as a single stage, and it's pretty good because the bars are small. They're probably 5/8 of an inch around, but it does open this. But I use pretty much for small rifle and pit only. All my bigger, fuller rifles are on the big single stage, either a Rock Chucker or this Ammo Master, or my Summit. I got one of those 3.
I always wanted to have a Rock Chucker, but I just haven't gotten one yet.
They're good, but they have the same problem for me, is that they're angled, so they're a little better, but I still got that bar in the front, and I don't know, the more I use it, the less I like it. It's a great press, super solid, super strong, everything good about it. But like that's why I like that Summit so much too. That Summit is very, very, very nice. It's got a lot of compound linkage. It's very strong. I use it for case forming.
Yeah, I saw that in the video the other day.
Yeah, the video with the 300 DR.
Yeah.
It's a nice press, and it's wide open. So I use that for gas checking and kind of stuff mostly, but I can load on it too.
I got the 4-hole turret. I have to admit, I don't do any kind of quantity though. So I just use it at like a single stage with a rotating head.
Yeah, they're a nice little press. I give Lee a lot of shit, but That's a nice little press, especially if you just use it, single stage. Take all the crap
Yeah.
off it. Just turn it yourself. It's a nice.
Yeah,
little press.
I just took everything off it, and then where is it? There it is, right there.
Yep.
The one thing that I did learn about it though is that it's a nice press. However, you kind of lose the advantage of having, like, I have an APP as well, couple feet over.
Yep, me too.
And because these dies have to screw in and out of the plate, you kind of lose the advantage of having dies you can quickly pull from a single stage and put in the APP and then back again.
What dies you having to switch with?
Well, if I wanted to move a die from the press to the APP to do a bigger batch of, like say I wanted to decap and size a 509 mils all at once,
Okay.
which I haven't really done yet. I mean, I do have some 9 mil firearms, but I haven't loaded any 9 mil yet because I don't shoot a lot of it.
Yeah, I just use my APP for sizing cast. That's all I do with mine.
When I was first looking at getting the APP, I decided that the APP by itself was valuable just as a bullet sizer.
Yeah.
Like, it was worth every penny just if it could do the one thing.
Yep, that's all I use it for. And I don't even use the auto stuff. I use a single. I just plunk the bullets in one at a time. It was like, I never thought to do that. I watched somebody's video where they were doing it. They said they just had so much problem getting it to work. They just did it this way, and it's kind of stuck for them. Well, if you think about it, you're using the old style Lee push through these jobbers one at a time, and you got to hold it on top of the stem so it doesn't fall over, and guide it up in and pull the ram and get another one and set it on and hold it and pull it so it doesn't fall over and push it through, and works nice. But the APP, you just plunk it in, it falls in, you're done.
Yeah. I like that too.
I love it.
It's night and day from holding that bullet on a stem.
I'm trying to talk Willie into it. He's dead set against it.
Oh no, Willie's not gonna buy.
He's all happy with those sizers he's got, but he says, "Oh, I don't know how to use it."
And I get that.
I don't know what they work. I don't know what I got. I said, Willie, do yourself a favor. Sell that stuff. Put it on eBay. Sell it, and go buy a NOE kit for seat and gas checks, and buy an APP. And I tell you, you're going to be thrilled.
Yeah.
Do you intend on greasing butts? He said, well, no, not really. I like to be able to do it. I said, well, you've got the 450, don't you? He says, well, sell that Star. You get good money for it.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate to sound like a broken record when it comes to the APP. People won't realize that is a revolutionary piece of equipment.
I like I said, I've given Lee a lot of shit, and frankly, I think they deserve at least half of what I give them. But they're not the bottom of the barrel by any means. They make a good product. They make a usable product. If they didn't use so much of that plastic and the pot metal, I think they'd be every bit what everybody else is. It's not because of the design. It's their failing is their plastic and the pot metal,
Yeah, I'd like to see them come out with a premium line.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? A separate option with a little bit more.
That's an awesome single stage press.
Yeah,
awesome,
they've got
awesome. That's beautiful.
Really, they got some really good ideas.
If they just
would
next size
give you an option.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see them expand into a premium line, and I think they could still do it for a reasonable amount of money, comparably.
Yeah. But you know,
You know what,
a lot of my opinions came years and years ago when I worked for nearly 30 years in the industry, and I got to see all the people that came back and brought back the product and were upset, and you know, they spend their money twice, and they buy the Lee to save some money, and it breaks, and then they got to buy an RCBS or a Lyman or a Redding or somebody else's after the fact. So that's where a lot of my opinions were formed. I did have some problems myself, but you know, by and large, they're okay.
I'm totally happy with them so far. I think in 10 years, the APP is going to be the number one. You know, if a new loader shows up in a shop in 10 years from now and says, what do I need to buy? The first thing they're going to point them to is to start off with an APP, because that'll do so many of the things that you need to do anyway.
I'm surprised how good it is. I really am. It's a nice little press. It's a nice little press.
Especially for anybody who wants to load any kind of quantity of anything.
Well, then, you know, in my mind, see, I started with a little Lee C press, which was today it's like a $50 press.
I have one of them.
But
One of these.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, it'll do a whole.
I got this one for either for free or for $10 when you bought something from Lee. They offered that years ago. I got two of
Yeah,
these.
I bought the reloading book with the press. I think it was $18 for the book and press.
Yep.
You know, and then this was 2004 or whatever.
Yeah, this was at least that, if not 10 years before.
I have that same
You know-
press mounted right beside my APP, and I don't use it for anything anymore because I don't need to.
This one spent years with a ram prime stuck in it. I used it as a priming tool.
Uh-huh.
It's a nice little press. It's not heavy duty, but it's not, you know, you don't need to form cases on everything you own. It's fine for lighter duty stuff. It's fine for loading any pistol stuff. It's fine. It's just, it's lighter duty. It's thin metal. Doesn't have the power for you know, the bigger stuff, but sometimes you don't need that. It's fine.
I know, and I hate the fact that you got to unbolt it to get the primers out from under it.
You just drill a hole in your bench. That's what I did.
Yeah, well, I did that too, but
Yeah, that's how I used it.
you know, I literally don't need it to do anything anymore. I can do anything I could do on that little press, I can do on the APP.
Yep, I could see that. Sure.
And I even experimented with a ram prime on the APP, and it works too. So I'm probably going to take the little press off and give myself some more room.
I use the ACP for sizing bullets. I just pull the primer thing out of it, change the stuff I need to work with, and go.
I've been looking at that ACP off and on, but I'm going to hold off until I start loading larger quantities, you know. I don't really shoot a whole lot. I mean, I'm kind of thinking back to when I was a young guy. I mean, when I was a young guy, I probably could have easily gone through maybe, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 rounds in 9mm every month. But I wouldn't, you know, I mean, it's a big deal for me to shoot 100 rounds in 9mm once every 6 months now.
Well, that's where the APP comes in for me, is processing the brass to 9. So I leave the APP set up to do brass, and then I use the ACP to prime and size my bullets, and I just flip flop it back and forth.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt. I mean, the day will come when people will start buying APPs and ACPs to dedicate specifically to certain calibers, and that they'll just leave them for that.
Yeah.
I mean, cripes, APP alone doesn't cost much more than a good set of dies.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's truth there, for sure.
I've been really happy with the APP. Really, I mean, it can do so much for such a low cost to buy the, whatever the option is you want to do. The sizing dies, even right down to the sizing dies. The you can buy the set of dies with the holder for less than the old upright one.
See, now we got all the guys on the side chat talking about annealers in a separate conversation. Did you guys see the prototype parts that Tin Man was printing for his home-built annealer?
No, I didn't notice.
No,
I
me
haven't-
neither.
On the live chat last night, he was showing off the prototype parts.
Yeah, I couldn't. I got on for a couple of maybe 15 minutes. We went over a friend's house. We had our first bonfire of the year. It was it wasn't that bad. It was about 30 degrees, but the fire made it warm. It's funny. I saw pictures this morning, and the snow is all melted back, like
Oh,
20
yeah.
feet from the fire. It's funny. So we didn't get home until like 9:30, and then wife had to go to work early, so I couldn't make noise and be on the chat. So I just watched for a few minutes while she got ready for bed, and then I had to turn it off.
Well, he looks like he had at least half a dozen or a dozen parts already printed out for a prototype annealer that he's building, which sounds like a pretty cool project, to be honest.
Yeah, my buddy bought one of the Anneal Ease units. I don't know. Every time I think about putting something together and going to visit them, I just end up doing it in my bathroom sink, like you see me on the videos. I don't have any large quantities to do, so it's not really a big deal for me. I just use that.
Oh, PCC's phone battery died, so that's why he's out.
Okay, I was wondering where he went.
I don't know how to look at mine with being on the phone here. Oh, my phone's warm, but the battery's full.
What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone. I think it's a 10. It's not a current one.
I'm really close to buying a new phone, but I'm really on the fence about what to get.
I think it's an X, so it's a 10. We only just got them maybe about a year ago now, I guess.
Were you using iPhones before that?
Yeah, I've had iPhones since it was just the first one.
I had an iPhone. I had an iPhone 3 for a while, and that was the only iPhone I've ever had.
My point is they may not be the best, but it's what I'm used to. If I got something different, I'd have to get used to it. So the software is that much different to use them, so I just stick with them.
That's why I'm stuck with Samsung, I think, because I know how to use them. And the one thing I really do like about the Samsung is that I can just plug it into my PC and copy stuff straight back and forth to the phone. I'm not sure if you still have to use iTunes for everything to do that with an iPhone or not.
Yeah, I use iTunes, yeah.
Not to mention the fact that new phones are over $1,000.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is crazy. I can't bring myself to do that.
I'm kind of thinking I might upgrade, but if I do, it might be like a $300 phone or something like that.
Well,
Even that's a lot of money.
The
Yeah,
tens was just a couple $100 for 2 phones. That was you had a 10 instead of a whatever 12 or whatever the current one is.
Right.
So that's why we did it. And I was coming from a 6, so it was already a good upgrade.
yeah. This phone that I'm using, I think it cost me like $80 or something. Now the memory isn't very big, and when I first started doing this, I was using the phone, but eventually it got so that I couldn't do that anymore. Even though I delete the old files, whatnot. So I've gone back to using a camera for most everything, and then just put the card in the computer and edit. But the phone is really handy for sure, and you get good quality.
Yeah, well, even my even the regular phone that let me just grab it. This one here. This is an old Samsung Rugby. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably it's more than 5. It's probably 6 or 7 years old at least. And it works perfectly for everything, but it won't run any of the new apps, and it's starting to become kind of limited.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked at upgrading anything in over a year and a half, probably. And I probably won't. I mean, but the the wall mount that CW is using there comes in handy, and a phone works perfect with it. It's hard for me sometimes to get an over the bench view with a tripod. Because the tripod's in the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brookler, I'm a stand-up guy. I stand him up.
Yeah.
Hey, JH is there. Yeah, so I'm just gonna powder coat the rest of these bullets, and we dump these ones. I need to get a basket set up. I need to get a basket set up in my quench bucket. I get tired of digging bullets out of the bucket after I quench them.
I throw the whole basket and everything in.
What's that, CW?
I just toss the whole basket and everything in. They stay in the basket. Very, very rarely will I have to dig one out.
Yeah, I haven't
You can
found
also,
I haven't found the baskets.
Bed Bath & Beyond, you can get them online. If you order $50, it's free shipping.
Yeah, I think somebody had, I don't know, somewhere along the line, I think that the our local fabric store might have those baskets. I just haven't gone there.
Yeah, they're actually called drawer organizers.
Yeah,
So a bunch of places could have them. I just found them at
like people maybe use it for sewing or something.
Oh yeah. And I'd like it to be a better, more efficient size because it's much smaller than my oven, but I don't need higher volume than what I'm doing, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'd like to streamline this a little bit. I mean, I'm getting things the way I like them anyway.
You must be right at the edge there, CW, as far as volume goes. I mean, from your videos, it looks like you're casting, 3,000 to 5,000 bullets a month.
I'm kind of afraid to keep it up. cast a lot for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely had that thought at some point. I was like, man, this guy casts a lot of bullets.
Well, I've been asked a bunch of times, do I cast them and melt them back down just for the videos? No.
You know, I had that thought before. I think I was like, hey, Cat, this guy casts a lot of damn videos, or he shoots a whole bunch.
Yeah, I shoot a lot. I shoot a lot.
How's everybody on the side chat doing?
I don't know.
Looks like-
I've been.
Looks like there's 10 people watching. Jamie's back. James is still here. Broke Loader. 762. No,
Yeah, I
Rick, yeah.
I can't see it at all. Side chat.
I'm not sure who is still here, but Tim S was here a while back and might still be here.
Yeah, I gotta check on my bullets here.
762's eating dinner. James wants you to paint your press stand, CW.
Yeah, that's the first one I made. And I never painted it when I put it in. And now it's in, so it's probably not gonna get painted. But I made a whole bunch of them. This one is a green one on the orange press here is green one. This one here is all steel. No paint at all.
I just mount this ACP on a piece of MDF, clamp it to the bed.
That's another thing that
For
was
the most part,
I couldn't believe how much I liked them when I made them. I made the first one. I didn't realize how great it was for me. So I made a whole bunch of them.
it comes in handy. Comes in handy for sure.
Well, I usually, before my knee problems, I would stand up all the time because I didn't enjoy sitting down. I stood up. So, but now I can't stand for long, so I got to sit down. But it's still nice because it's right in front of my face. So I like it.
I sit down on my bench, but only because the bench is exactly the right height to do so. And then I just drill holes in the front of the bench wherever I need them. In fact, there's holes everywhere.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah,
see
that's-
some holes up mine for sure too.
Mind you, my
That's
whole
why-
bench is a pretty simple setup. It's just I bought one sheet of 3/4 inch plywood and I had them split it right down the middle for me lengthwise.
Yeah.
And then I doubled it up and put it on top of a couple of old sewing machines that I own, and it hits perfect.
Yeah, I can move this from my reloading bench down here so I can size bullets. And it comes in handy. I like it. Like to be able to just pick it up and go with it.
You got that on a quick detach mount or something?
I just have it mounted onto a piece of MDF
Oh, okay, yeah.
and a clamp.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I can still that's the
Oh, you're starting to freeze up, K24.
Pull the other ones out. John with 7. Schedule. I'm going to assume because I
Oops, and he's gone.
Oh yeah, I think he was having a bit of buffering problem or something like that.
Yeah, I heard him skipping and popping there. Uh-oh, wheel of death.
You know, you mentioned earlier you were using your APP one at a time for sizing bullets, and I actually ended up doing the same thing because I was sizing buckshot.
Yeah.
And the problem, originally I was thinking I could feed the buckshot through automatically and do it really quickly, but because I had to put it through multiple different sizers, each time I hit it with the stem, it would leave a flat spot.
Yeah.
So in order to keep that flat spot on exactly the same spot each time, I had to end up manually dropping the buckshot one at a time into the sizers. And it worked out actually pretty
Pretty quick.
pretty well anyway. I mean, I didn't really need to do a large quantity. I just do, 20 or 30 at a time.
Yeah, the only ones I size are the
Jamie,
ones I use for my 32 for my snake loads. Those are the only buckshot I size. It puts a waste on them,
Oh. Yeah, it was robot pretty bad a little bit.
It's like it's still doing it.
It was getting a little wavy.
Yeah, it's a little better now.
Yeah, I'm right on the edge of certain times of night. The
Hey, are you guys Walking Dead fans?
I am a big time fan, but my DirecTV account is all fudged up, and so I don't have TV right now.
Oh, that sucks because there's another new episode tonight.
Yep, I was hoping to have it fixed by now, but they're so fudged up it's not even funny. They created a second account for me. I don't know why they did. And then when I didn't pay for the second account, they put me in collections for it.
Oh yeah.
I go down, I tell them, hey, don't worry about it. It's not real. Don't worry about it. I said, well, if it affects my credit, I'm going to be back down here and you're not going to like me when I show up. Well, it comes again. So I talk to the guy on the phone. He says, no, he says, this is a past due. I said, listen to me. My TV's on now. If I was in collection, I wouldn't have the TV on. I don't have a second floor here. There's no one by that name. It's my first name and another last name. I don't know how you people did it, but it's not me. Well, they turned your TV off, and I know that, but it doesn't exist. They created the account, and when I didn't pay the account they created, they put me in collection for it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not me. My TV works fine. So now I've got a little cable in the back that must get too hot because I can watch it for like 10, 15 minutes, half an hour, and then it cuts out and goes off. But I can't get service because now they've connected the two accounts. So I'm just going to go down and cancel. I've been a member for over 20 years or 18 years. I'm just going to cancel it, and then they're going to figure it out because that's, they don't make mistakes. Can't be a mistake,
Yeah, of course.
So I'll get cable or something. I've got cable for my internet, so I'll just use them for TV. But it's a shame because I really like DirecTV. I really enjoy it.
All right, let's see.
So no, I can't watch the Walking Dead. I might be able to find them on the Fire Stick, but I don't think it'd be current. Maybe the last. I have to wait till somebody uploads it somewhere.
Yeah.
And maybe I could find it on the Fire Stick.
I've been watching bootleg episodes of Curse of Oak Island that I'd get off YouTube early
Yes.
because for me in Canada, the new episode comes out tonight, but you guys will have seen it like 4 or 5 days ago.
Well,
So-
that's-
I just go to YouTube and sometimes I find a new episode there, so I get to watch it a couple of days early. But
Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks. I'm trying to get this taken care of, and I think Tuesday we're just going to take a ride down and read them their rights, tell them to pull it out, or it'll be sitting on the sidewalk. And I want it off my roof too.
yeah, well, that's
20,
that's
18,
sometimes that's
19
what you
years.
got to do.
Yeah. You know, never a problem. Never ever a problem. I mean, they created the problem and then they made it my problem, and now they've linked it to my real account. But it's still screwed up because the TV works. The bill is paid. I've got the receipts. It's paid. But this other
Yeah.
account, I said to the girl, I said, "Hey, you can't see my house, but I don't have 2 floors. I'm a single family ranch house. Single floor, single family. There is no upstairs address."
oh, we got more people now. Echo and the Bunnyman,
Yeah, Echo's in here.
14 watching.
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to shut her down here. We'll let Scotsman do his thing. Usually it's 7 o'clock, I believe.
Yeah, you're 701. All right, guys, good talking to you. Maybe we'll catch up next weekend.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, side chat.
For sure.
Cut this off.
So long. Good night.
Good
Have a
night.
good day, everybody.
Yep.
Good week.